And if you see slightly less energy today from me, that's probably because I've not been keeping to my 100%. So bear with me for my energy fluctuations. Uh, right. Awesome. A lot of people are saying I seriously need that. All right. Let's jump right in, guys. Let's jump right in. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you a plethora of tools on how I use. You see, apart from the workshops that we do, right, which are very time constrained and you have to cover only so much, the beauty of the mastermind is that I can explore with you guys. So I'm going to give you playbooks that I personally use to do a lot of things so that you guys continue to learn. And all throughout this, right, the way we would want to do this is we don't try to like, how do I put it? We don't try to like design the whole session minute to minute. At least I don't try to do it when I do mastermind. I want things to fail and I want to show you how I fix things when I fail as well. That is the real learning, and that is how raw we will keep this session. All right. To start with, let's jump into the fun activity. Like I said, that is about building something, right? I think we have got started. The first thing that we will do is, let's say you have, I mean, hypothetical situation, right? Let's say, let's say tomorrow, I have a presentation to make to all my investors. For people who are curious who my investors are, for Growth School, we have raised capital from the best investors in the world, right? Sequoia, Peak, and there's some 100 angel investors who have invested in Growth School. Let's say I had promised them or committed to them that tomorrow, that is Monday on 9th December, I'm going to present them a plan on how I can launch Growth School in Latin America. Okay, Latin America is Mexico, Cuba, all those countries, right? And I wanted to launch, and I told them long back that I'm going to be all prepared, show you a plan. But guess what? This mastermind thing came up for me, and I got busy teaching all of you people, and I completely forgot about my meeting, which is not cool at all, obviously. And I would never do that as well. In case any of my investors are here, guys, I prepare very well. This is just a mock, right? But hypothetically, tomorrow there is this presentation, and I'm not done the work at all. Usually, when I'm trying to do research of a market, it takes a lot of time, right? Let's say the problem statement is we want to Growth School wants to launch in Latin America. So how do we do the research? Usually we go to Google. We go to Google and I'll be like LATAM potential for edtech, something like this. I will search. And then because Growth School is an edtech company, then once I do this, I will go through all of these articles, read about it, put my notes, put my understanding, continue to ask questions and whatnot, and eventually make a research document. Correct? Isn't this what everyone does when you're trying to research? Read up a lot of articles, read up a lot of PDFs, understand, keep asking questions, and then finally accumulate all that information to convert that into a presentation, right? Ideally, for something like this, I have to go through like reading like at least like 25, 30 articles. Good 3, 4 days of activity is what I would like to believe if I want to do this properly. But with internet and AI coming together, things have fundamentally changed, right? And today there are a bunch of tools that can do a lot of things that we want to do very quickly. And this is the power of artificial intelligence, right? For example, I don't know how many of you have heard of Search GPT. Just drop a me in the chat if you have heard of Search GPT, not Chat GPT, Search GPT. Yes, no in the chat, guys. Look at that. A lot of people have not heard. Here's the thing, guys. I'm going to stop the chat. I'm going to keep turning on and turning off the chat. And if you guys are wondering why is Webhub turning off the chat so frequently, that is because I don't want to get distracted when I'm teaching. So I turn it on so that you guys can respond to me and I turn it off again. All right. What is Search GPT? All of you guys know what Chat GPT is, right? Chat GPT released the new feature, which is called as Search GPT, which directly competes with Google. So when I search for LATAM potential for EdTech, I have to go through all of these links to get an answer that I want. And I have to read up all these links. What Search GPT can do is it can actually go and actually read up a bunch of these links for you and give you the summary at once. And real time that is available on the internet. Whatever is available on the internet, it will go read and give you the information back in a manner as if you have done the research. And that's the power of Search GPT. So I will just copy the same thing that I asked Google, right, to ChatGPT, and to turn on Search GPT. Obviously, you can select the 4O model, and there is this globe icon. You just have to tap it to turn it on. Now, I'm not sure if they have launched this for free users yet or not, but it's slowly coming to everyone, and they will make it for free. Don't worry about it if they have not made it yet. Okay. And I do the same. LATAM potential for edtech, like terrible keyword, but that let's see what it does. And look what it did. It read up a bunch of articles in no time that is on the internet, and it wrote a detailed instructions. And you can see these are all the articles it read. Isn't this crazy? It's not just the information that it has been trained with. It is real time reading articles for you, and gave you guys like 10 good articles, guys, here in no time, and gave you a full detailed note on this. Incredible, right? Now, somebody is like, Vaibhav, it's not available in the free version of ChatGPT. Yes, there could be a case where it's not available for free version of ChatGPT. Then, like I said, good things cost you money. It's $10. If you use this as a use case quite a bit, I think it's totally worth the money. Again, showing, right? I think if you need to have the paid account of ChatGPT for this, you just have to click on this button, which is basically turning on Search GPT all by itself. Ask the questions that you want, click on the send button. It will fundamentally do the research for you and give you the answers. Sometimes it also give you a split screen like response 1 and response 2. This is because ChatGPT want you to give it feedback. Right. So I prefer this one, and you can see it has done a proper market research of everything, and also the sources that it read in no time right here. Right now, obviously, right, like when you want to do research, you want to write prompts better than this. How many of you guys found the prompt engineering masterclass to be enlightening? Me in the chat. This is not a great prompt for all the people who have attended, right? This doesn't do justice for anything that you want. So this time I will write a slightly better prompt, okay, to give you guys the answer. I'm glad so many people have found it interesting, guys. It's fundamentally one of the most important things for you guys to know if you want to learn in the game, if you want to win in the era of AI. That is how to write prompts well. So I took like 2 minutes to write this prompt before we started the class, right? You're an expert management consultant, and you are very good doing extensive research on any topic using the best frameworks. Do a research on edtech market of LATAM and see how well can Growth School do if we launch in LATAM. Also do some research on changes that we'll have to make in Growth School offering to win LATAM markets. Make sure all of this is as detailed as possible. Very simple prompt, no rocket science. I said you are an expert management consultant. So that because management consultants do a lot of this research already. And I'm saying use your best frameworks. And I'm saying do research on the edtech market of LATAM and see how Growth School can launch in LATAM. Now you might be like, Vaibhav, what if it doesn't know about my company? It doesn't matter because it has the ability to search. So it will read about your company before it does the research as well. So it doesn't matter if it knows about your company or not, as long as it is available on the internet. Now, if your company is in your mind, then it might not be able to do it yet. Maybe when Elon Musk launches Neuralink for every human being, it will be able to do it that then also. For people who don't know what Neuralink is, Google up, right? AI connecting with your brain and whatnot, right? Okay. Now I'm going to click on the send button, a slightly better, and you can see this searching for web. It's taking a while right now. And this time it comes up with a much more crafted answer. You can see Growth School's current model, potential performance in LATAM, adaptations that I need to do. What are the changes that I need to do? What are the changes to consider? Conclusion. Again, it read up a bunch of articles. It read up a bunch of things for me. It also read about Growth School. You can see this Growth School company profile and all that. It also read a bunch of things and finally came up. Look at this Growth School's overview. It read about a lot of things about Growth School as well and finally came up with this. Right now, you might be like, Vaibhav, I don't have the paid version of ChatGPT. I still want to be able to do this. How do I do it? In fact, I will tell you one more thing, which is even better. I believe this product is better than Search GPT when it comes to doing research with real-time information on the internet. And that is called as Perplexity. I don't know how many of you have heard of Perplexity. It's incredible. I can tell you this for a fact that 90% of my searches that I was doing on Google have moved to Perplexity right now. In fact, I like the app so much that if you see this right on my right on my phone, right? You will not, before this, I used to have Google here. Now I have a Perplexity icon. I don't know if you'll be able to see this properly. It could be blurred because I use that so often. It's incredible, right? And the free version of this is more than enough for most of the people. So even if you have the free trial, right, you can toggle this button called as Pro, which does something crazy. We will send the same prompt again. Again, if you're asking what is Perplexity, I would say Perplexity is like ChatGPT. In fact, it uses OpenAI's and Claude models and all the large language models in the backend. But what it does is it reads the internet, sends that information to large language models like OpenAI's GPT-4o and other models, and then gives you the information, right? So this is extremely good. I believe this is the future of search, right? So I gave the prompt as it is, turned on the pro toggle, and just I'll tell you why this pro toggle is important. Even if you're on a free version, you get 5 pro searches per day, which is great, right? And I click on the send button. Look what it did. It took the topic, okay? It didn't just spit out an answer this time. It broke down the topic. This is what the pro search does, okay? It broke down like a human being. When someone gives you a task, what do? Back of your head, you break that task down into smaller tasks and execute one after another, right? That is what AI is doing. How many of you remember hearing about tree of thought prompting yesterday? Tree of thought prompting. It kind of leverages tree of thought prompting in some form or fashion, not exactly, but in some form or fashion. It thinks step by step, breaks down your task, and look what it just did, right? Like if you think this is cool, drop a boom in the chat. Research EdTech market in LATAM focused on market research, growth trends, and key players. And it reads a bunch of articles about this topic. It breaks down the whole task. Analyze the potential growth school success in LATAM market based on research findings. And then says, investigate necessary changes to growth school offering effect, and look at the number of articles it read by breaking down the task. And then it gave me a very, very cool answer. Guys, can you see my screen? Can you guys see my screen? Yes, no in the chat. Can you guys hear me properly? All right, brilliant. Guys, anyone who's facing issues, strongly recommend you guys to drop off and join back again. Join from a desktop. Okay, join from a desktop. Very, very important. All right. And if you're seeing a blurred screen, that's probably because of your bad internet. All right. This is exactly why I keep the chat off, because I get distracted very easily. All right. So you see this, all the extensive research done just for you by reading like literally like tens and 15s of articles. So I prefer Perplexity over ChatGPT for search as well. And I use this all the time. But you guys got the understanding of how it did research. Don't you think this is incredible? Don't you guys think this is incredible? Now that it has done the research, I told you I have a presentation to make tomorrow, right? And obviously, I have to convert this into a presentation. How do I go about that? Right. So I'm going to use I'm going to use Perplexity again, or you can do the same with Search GPT or Chat GPT as well. I'll be like, convert this into a 8-slide presentation. Okay. Now, what I asked it to do is convert this into a 8-slide presentation. And you can see this, it is starting to convert into 8-slide presentation, and it's literally putting what should be there on each slide. There you go. Slide 6, slide 7. It broke down the whole thing. Whole research has been broken down into 8 nice little slides. All right. Now, of course, you can do one thing, right? You can copy each of these pieces of content and start pasting that on Google Slides or a PPT. But we want AI to do all the work for us, don't we? So you can use AI to actually convert this into a beautiful presentation as well. Okay. And for that, we use this app called as gamma.app. Again, I use the free version of this for now. Once you have signed in, right, I just have to click on create new AI, and I will say paste in text. It's called gamma.app. My team will share all the links with you. You don't have to worry. All right. Paste in text. There you go. And all I have to do is come back to Perplexity. Everything that we have, I can just click on this button to copy the whole text. Come to gamma.app, like I said, and paste the text. And this I can say make it a traditional slides, and I can click on continue. And it gives me a bunch of options. You can see this. How do you want the text to be? For now, I'm going to keep it as simple. It says 8 cards or 8 slides because it's understood I want an 8 slide presentation. Click on the continue button. Now it asks me to select a design. All right. What kind of design do I like? You can see there are a bunch of really nice looking designs. I think I like this. I like dark theme and I like this design. All I have to do is click on generate now. And my hands are off. I've done the research already and let AI do the magic. Guys, if you like what you're seeing, drop a boom in the chat. It is converting the whole freaking research into a full fledged presentation, and it is done. And it is done. Okay. Look at the presentation. Growth schools expansion to Latin America, unveiling a strategy to conquer. Right. LATAM market overview. Nice market value, projected value, CAGR, and key drivers. Right. All from the research that we did. Growth schools opportunity in LATAM. The skill gap, the increased demand, upskilling and reskilling potential. Challenges in LATAM expansion. What are the challenges that I'll face so that I can talk about it? Content and technology adaptations. Again, it's talking about everything that I can do. Partnerships and marketing, course offering and pricing, certifications and next steps. This is basically the whole presentation done for us in no time. Guys, don't you think this is crazy? Don't you guys think this is crazy? We have done the whole presentation right here. I can change the text. I can edit whatever I want. I can change the image also. I can do everything that I want right inside of this. Okay. And you can convert it to PDF and whatever. Now, let me show you one more thing that I would do, or I do usually. That is, the presentation is done, but I want to make sure AI to help me with the talking points on each slide as well, so that I'm prepared really well. What do? I go to Perplexity and I'll be like, using the research and presentation, give me talking points for each slide so that I don't miss any important information. So I'm not only asking I'm not only asking AI to do the research for me. I asked it to come up with slides. I use the information to convert that into slides. And now I'm using AI. Look at this. For every slide, it is basically preparing information for me. For every slide, it's giving me talking points on what I should be talking while I'm doing the presentation. Don't you think this just 100x's you when it comes to researching and building? And you can edit and do whatever you guys want. Okay. You can edit and do whatever you guys want. Okay. Was that a great start for the day? Was that a great start for the day? Yes. Brilliant. Now that we have gone through all of this, now that we have gone through some fun things, let's get back to the meat. All right. So that is how you do research and all. My team will share the presentation. My team will share the tools and all that. You don't have to worry. All right. Awesome. Now coming back to the meat of the day, that is building GPTs. Are you guys ready? Let's go in the chat, guys. Let's go in the chat. If this is the beginning of the day, imagine what will you learn by end of the day. So the thing is, on day one, right, we tried to teach you guys the foundations of everything in the first session. Few people might have found it boring, right? And they'll be like, can we get to the stuff? Can we get to doing? This feels like a classroom, but it is important. Today, you'll connect all the dots on why it is important, right? Today, we learned the basic stuff of presentation. Let's get started on building something called as GPTs. Now, as I get started, I wanted to give you some context. If you ask me, one of the most important future aspects of anyone, like the job market as we know, the world as we know is fundamentally changing because of AI. There is this very, very important skill set that all of you guys have to build. That is the skill set of building And how do you build? And what do you build for? You build to solve your problems. AI can fundamentally solve your problems, and those your problem statements can be solved at scale. And the way you solve these problems is by building solutions using AI. And what we're going to touch base today is the easiest and yet one of the most effective ways of solving problems using AI. All right. What do I mean by that? So inside of Growth School, right, I have started to build it like a year or so back, start to build a lot of micro products which will solve problems of my team. For example, let's say I have a sales team, and the sales team has to talk about the generative AI program. And a lot of people in the sales might not have context of everything about generative AI, or might not have context about who you are. So we build micro apps to help them solve problems. And I will teach you today how you can solve problems by building micro apps using something called as GPTs, which is a product of ChatGPT in itself. Right? Okay, let's get started by checking out some of GPTs. Okay. If you go to ChatGPT, if you log into ChatGPTs, there is something that you'll start seeing on the left panel, which will have Explore GPTs. Okay. When you tap on this, or if you go to chatgpt.com/GPTs also, you will land on the same place. In fact, I'll send you the link. I don't want you guys to jump on it right now, or else you'll forget about what is being taught here. Right. So this is called as GPTs. This is a marketplace of simple AI products built by people all over the world. Now, what do I mean by that? You see, ChatGPT is a general purpose tool. What do I mean by that? On ChatGPT, you can get ChatGPT to pretty much do anything and everything you want in terms of generation. So it can do everything. So it's like a jack of all trades. But we want, like, how about if you want ChatGPT to do something very specific for you, but really, really well? Very specific, but really, really well, and repeatedly. That is when you can build these micro apps inside of ChatGPT, and they are called as GPTs. Okay. And you see, there are people from all over the world who have built a bunch of GPTs. By the way, this is called as the GPT marketplace. Okay. There are thousands of apps here, and you can use them for free if you are on ChatGPT. And you can see there is something called as writing. And there are a lot of people who have created small AI tools inside of ChatGPT for you to be able to write well. In the same way, productivity, in the same way, research. Look at this. Scholar GPT, enhanced research with 200 million plus resources built into critical reading skills. In the same way, there's education. So people have built a bunch of things inside. For example, if you want a video, YouTube video to be summarized, it's right here. Right? People have built these tools inside of ChatGPT. Now let's try it. And if you have any problem statement that you want to solve, you can simply search here. Let's say you have a problem statement of you want to be able to write great blog posts on some topic. Of course, you can use ChatGPT and do a lot of prompting, or you can use a tool which is created by someone else, which is specialized to write blog posts. So I can simply search what I want. Let's say in this case, I search for blog. And you can see this. There are hundreds of tools people have created. And you can also see how many people have used this. It has been used by 200K plus people. So 2 lakh people have used SEO blog GPT. When I tap on this, you'll see a nice little pop-up like this, 200K conversations, 4.5-star rating, and it's pretty good. So all I have to do is click on start chat, and you land on a very ChatGPT looking interface with a few changes. It has some UI, and you can see it has some bunch of starting points. Let's say I want to say blog article on why AI can take most of the jobs. Okay. And you see, it has been trained to write blog articles very well. That's exactly why it is able to write an outline first, and probably it'll expand into a full-fledged blog article as well very, very soon. But you get the point, right? That is essentially how these micro AI tools are out there, right? And you can build and create on top of this. It's incredible. And that is what are GPTs. And anything that you have, you can search for it. There are tens of thousands of GPTs out there. Now, this is okay. This information is great, right? You can search and all. But the real power is unlocked when you create your own GPT to solve your own problem. And that is what we're going to learn today. Okay. To create a GPT, how do we go about it? When you are on the GPT marketplace, there is something called as create here. You can see this plus create. When I click on this button, I land on this interface. This is the GPT creation ecosystem. Okay. And let me quickly explain for people who know or have created. Actually, funny, do we have a poll? I would love to see how many people have created a GPT before.
Oh, yes, yes. I'm just launching that poll.
Can we run that poll? Because I want to get a sense of who these people are, right?
I've just launched it. Yes.
All right. As you guys are answering the poll, for you guys to create custom GPTs or GPTs inside of ChatGPT, you need a paid account of ChatGPT because good things cost you money, obviously, right? But what if you don't have and you don't intend to pay for it either? There are two ways of going about it. One is that use a friend's account who has a paid account, like we all do for Netflix and Google and Prime and all that. Two is you can take the paid version for 1 month. You can create how many ever GPTs you want and then come back to free. Only creation of GPTs is paid. Using GPT is not paid. So once you create, take a month, plan it well, create the GPTs that you want. Once you are done that, you can always move back to the free version and use them for life for free, right? And whenever you have to create one, that this could save you money. But I believe tools like ChatGPT, tools like Perplexity are totally worth the money. In fact, recently, right, like 2 days back, OpenAI launched their new custom plan at $200 a month, right, for pro users as well. But anyways, all right. So I can see the sense. This is the results, right? Out of 500 people who have answered the poll, 35 people have created or used. 53 people have used it. No is 67% of the people, and 17% of the people don't even know what that is. Okay, this is great. For people who have created and used, all those 35 people, if you guys are thinking, I know everything, you don't. And I will tell you why. Okay, I'll show you something that's going to blow your mind. So stick around. All right. So components of custom GPT, as I come to, again, starting here, as I come to click on creating, that is plus create here, I land on this beautiful interface and it has two sides. This is the components of custom GPT. The one on the left is called the prompt builder. Here we chat with this tool and tell what we want to build. We don't write the prompt. We just say what we want, and AI will write the prompt for you in the backend and build a tool for you. This is the left side. And the right side is the preview and testing. As you're building the app, you can continue to preview what you're building and testing and keep testing it. Okay, let me show you what it is. And guys, when I ask you questions with people with cameras on, very easy for you guys to give me a thumbs up, do this so that I know that you guys are with me and you're understanding, right? And smiling faces always helps me, right? So keep smiling if you like something. All right. Uh, so, like I said, the left bar is where you talk and build. The right side is where you preview. Okay, what do we build right now? We will right now build a simple app that can take one word or any topic that you want, and it will come up with a tweet that you can put, which could potentially go viral. So we will create a tweet generator on any topic we want. Okay, that's what we're going to create as a tool. Okay, so I'm going to say, and like I said, the way I build the tool is by talking to AI. And it's fascinating. You'll see what I mean by that. I come to the left side of it here saying message GPT builder, and I'll tell GPT builder, I want you to build an app which will come up with tweets that will go viral on X. It's weird how Elon Musk renamed Twitter to X, but didn't rename tweet to anything. I don't know what to call it as, right? So I'm just gonna keep it as tweet. Okay, come with tweets, which will go viral on X. I will give you the topic as an input, and you will come up with a tweet on that topic. This is the explanation of the app. Simple, right? I give you a topic, you give me a tweet. That is what the app is supposed to do. I'll click on the send button. Let's see. It says updating GPT. What is it doing? And you see on the right side, things have already changed. This is how your app is starting to look like, right? And it comes up with generates viral worthy tweets for X, formerly Twitter. And it came up with this 4 boxes, and there is this cube little icon. It has built, and now it says now let's decide the name for this GPT. How about Tweet Genius? It is coming up with a name. I say, sounds good. Good. I mean, if you don't like it, you can call it whatever you want. And now it says, let's create a profile picture for Tweet Genius. It uses DALI, which is a OpenAI a tech, right? And you can see this. It has come up with a profile picture and has also updated it right here. So this is the preview of everything that is being built. Tweet Genius is the name that it came up with. Profile picture also it came up with. Generates viral worthy content. All of this is great. Okay, I will say looks good. I don't want to spend time. And if you don't like it, you can spend as much time as you want while building it to make it look nicer. All right. And it says, let's try it out and let me know if you want any refinements. What topic would you like to tweet? It says, why don't you go and try the product right now? What do I have to do? To try the product, to see how it is working, I have to come on the right side, the preview part of it. Right. And here I can give a topic. I will say topic, and we will stick to the same topic all throughout as we try to make this better as well. Topic open name. AI will take jobs. Okay, that's the topic that we're going to play with across and see how it will come up with. Look at that. It has come up with, I don't know how many tweets, 8 different tweets, but different styles, relatable humor. AI won't take your job. AI will take the boring parts of your job, and then your boss will ask you to do 10x more for the same pay. Progress. Right? Thought provoking. AI isn't just taking jobs, it's rewriting the job market. The real question, are you ready to adapt fast? Trending format. This is a trending format, supposedly. Right? AI will take jobs. AI will create jobs. The real winner will be the ones who can learn to work with AI, not against it. Hot take. People ask AI will take jobs. Let's be real. Most jobs already suck, and AI might just save us from them. The bigger threat, companies that use AI to exploit workers even more. You see, it has come up with a bunch of tweets. There's a sarcastic humor. AI will take jobs. Good. Maybe it can take mine so I can finally follow my true passion, napping and eating snacks. It is trying to be funny, right? So it came up with a bunch of tweets. And if you like this, perfect. You have a basic app ready already. But you know what? I have a very different style of tweeting. I don't do hot takes. I don't do sarcastic humors. In this case, I want my tweets to be humorous, funny, and relatable, right? So I want to give feedback so that I get better tweets. What do? I come back to the left side again and I say, hey, just tried the app. It's decent. I usually like to be nice to even humans and also AI. You never know, they might be ruling us one day. So just be nice to everything, right? Okay, it's decent, but I want to make sure the tweets that come out are extremely relatable and are funny or sarcastic. That's what I say. Right? This is my style. I want the tweets to be relatable. I'm giving its feedback. I'm trying the product out and I'm giving its feedback. It says, got it. Now focus on making tweets that are highly relatable, funny, sarcastic. Try again and let me know what you like. We're going to use the same topic again. AI will take jobs so that we'll see the quality of the product. And let's see what it comes up with. AI won't take your job. Someone who knows AI better than you will. AI will take jobs is trending. Meanwhile, I just spent 15 minutes providing I'm not a robot to a captcha. The irony. Right? The good news, AI might take over the boring 9 to 5. The bad news, you will still have a 9 to 5. This is a good one, right? AI isn't here to take jobs, it's here to make us all overqualified for unemployment. You get the idea. You get the idea. It has started to come with more relatable and sarcastic. I want to make it even more relatable. So what I'm going to say here is great work. Again, positive affirmation. Don't know where this will go. It might take you a long way, right? Great work. Slight modification. You see, my audience is from India. So the content should be relatable to Indians with anecdotes that will make them smile as they read it. Yeah, that's the idea of a tweet, right? Like give anecdotes that Indians will relate to, connect to. I'm just refining my product and trying to make it better. You see, that's what I'm trying to do. Okay, it says it is done. Topic: AI will take jobs again. Let's see. Let's try what it comes up with. AI is taking jobs, but who is going to explain to my mom why Netflix isn't working? Not ChatGPT for sure. AI will take jobs, they said. Meanwhile, my boss is struggling to convert a PDF to Word. If AI takes my job, I just hope it takes my EMI. Fair deal? Take my job, take my EMI. This is a good one, actually. AI might take jobs, but it will never understand the art of dodging work during work from home. That's human legacy. You see what it is doing? It is trying to, again, look at this. Because we said it has to be relative to Indians, AI might take jobs, but it will never replace the guy who comes to fix the AC and says, gas bharna padega bhaiya. Because every guy who ever comes to fix the AC says, gas khatam ho gaya. The gas is over, add more gas. You see what we are doing, guys? We not only built a product, but we are refining it by giving it feedback. Right? How is it going so far? Are you guys getting a hang of what we are building? Yes. Brilliant, 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 brilliant. Now, let us be smarter. Right? So far, this is great. We're getting great tweets and all. I want AI to do more work. You know how? You see, AI is coming up with 10 tweets. Guys, by the way, if you think this can be planned, it can't be because AI works weirdly everywhere, every time. Right? It doesn't just come up with the right responses every time. It sometimes does well, sometimes doesn't do well. Right? But you see, I initially asked it, I will give you a topic as an input and you'll come up with a tweet on that topic. I said one tweet, but it came up with 10 tweets, which I don't mind at all. It is working more than what I'm asking it for. But because it gave me 10 tweets, I'm like, yeah, I have to go through all the 10 tweets now and select which tweet do I use. You know what? I don't want to do that work. I want AI to do that work. So what I'm going to say AI right now is I want AI, after it comes up with its tweets, to rank its own tweets from a scale of 1 to 10 of it potential of it to go viral. And also, I want it to tell me why this specific tweet it thinks will go viral. That is what we as humans do, right? We'll read all these tweets and like, this is interesting. Maybe this people will relate to the most. This seems to be the most viral one. And the reason why I think it will go viral because everybody's office printer goes for a toss. And you think you put your brains to see why it will work. I want AI to do that for me as well. So this is what I will do, okay? Perfect. Let's make the app even better now. I want you to go through each of the tweet that you come up with and rate it from a score of 1 to 10 on the potential of it going viral and relatability score. Also, give me a 2-line explanation on why each of the tweet could go viral. Give me all this info in a table and order them based on which has highest chances of going viral. You see what I did? I'm like, and you see, I'm making a bunch of spelling mistakes. That's absolutely fine. AI will get it. Don't worry about it. All right. All right. So I said, perfect. Let's make the app even better now. I want you to go through each of the tweet that you came up with and rate it from a score of 1 to 10 on potential of it going viral. So I'm saying, rate these tweets from a scale of 1 to 10 and also rate them for relatability score from a scale of 1 to 10 and give me 2-line explanation for each tweet on why you think it will go viral and put all this information in a table for me. And I'll say, do this every time I give you a topic. Let's see what it does this time. It says updating GPT. And it says, perfect, I've done this. Let's see what it does. I'm going to do the same thing. Topic, AI will take jobs. Guys, drop a boom in the chat if you think this is crazy. The tweet is here. AI will take jobs. Bro, my boss just used ChatGPT to write my appraisal. AI has taken over dignity as well. Viral potential 9. Why it could go viral? A nice little explanation. Look at that. And it has stack ranked based on what it thinks has the highest chances of going viral. People worried about AI taking jobs, but HR team still needs 3 months to schedule interviews priorities, please. AI will take jobs in Indian households. AI will first have to convince dads that can work harder than their kids. I think this fundamentally could go pretty good if you ask me. What do you guys think? Don't you guys think this is a very cool app that we have built? You just give one topic and it comes up with a tweet, the viral potential, why it could go viral and whatnot. Right? Of course, if you don't like any of them, I can say come up with 10 more and it will do it. It's unlike anybody that you have been out there, right? It will just do everything if you ask it to do again. There you go. It comes up with 10 again. All right. Now that you have built this app, how do you publish the app? Simple. You simply come here and click on the create button. And here you get three options. Only for you. That is, let's say you build this app, which is only for you. You don't want anyone to access this app. Only you want the access to this app. You can keep it at only me, which is something that I do a lot for my own work. Anyone with the link would be great if you're doing this for your whole team. Let's say you want only your team to use this information or use this app. Anyone with me? And if you want the whole world to know about this, I can also publish this on GPT Store, which is the marketplace, so that when people search for tweet, your app can also show up, right? So for now, I will just say anyone with link. I click on the save button and done. We have a GPT ready to be kicking. When I click on view GPT, there you go. Tweet Genius is here. I can ask whatever I want. Topic. Uh, why Elon Musk could become the president. I don't know. And there you go. It comes up with a bunch of tweets on any topic that I want. If Elon Musk becomes president, expect SpaceX to announce India to Mars direct flights with Tatkal booking. this is this is a good one, right? But you get the idea, guys. You get the idea. Right? So it's perfect. You can share it with anyone and do whatever you want. Again, I don't want you guys to spend time. I've just shared the link as well with you guys. I don't want you guys to spend time using the product right now. You can use it later as well. But hey, like we used, how much time did we spend? 25 minutes. We spent 25 minutes to build an app, which is so cool. Don't you think this is incredible? Don't you guys think this is incredible? What a cool app that we built in like 20 minutes. And this time in 20 minutes, I was teaching you. If I had to build this, I would have built this in 5 minutes, right? Because I was teaching you, it was taking time. All right. Guys, we will take the questions towards the end. Okay. We will take the questions towards the end. So stick around. Okay. We just built a simple chat GPT, correct? Do you guys want to take it a notch up? What we built right now is something, you could have found it on YouTube also, frankly. Okay. It's not rocket science. It's just that you guys didn't do a Google search, but you could have found it on YouTube as well. Do you guys want to learn the process on how we inside of Growth School build custom GPTs? And it's incredible. It's incredibly powerful and it can do jobs 100 times more powerful than this. That is what you guys are here to learn for. And that is what we will get started with. All right. So we will learn how to build advanced GPTs right now. What we built is a very simple GPT. What I would want you guys to learn on how to build is advanced GPTs. Now, what is advanced GPT? Let me show you an example of an advanced GPT first. All right. Guys, I mean, if you see all of this, these are all our GPTs. If I go to explore GPTs, if I go to my GPTs, okay, I have built a ton of them. You can see this, how many I have built. If I keep loading more, it'll keep coming. It'll keep coming. It'll keep coming. Right? Viral topic predictor. I've built things for almost everything. Right? In fact, let me show you one of this, which is actually pretty cool. How many of you guys made the social media post announcing about you guys joining the program? Drop a me in the chat. Made a social media post announcing that you have joined the program. How many of you guys made the social media post announcing that you have joined the program? Drop a me in the chat. Made a social media post announcing that you have joined the program. Made a social media post announcing that you have joined the program. Drop a me in the chat. Made a social media post announcing that you have joined the program. or at least use the app. You know, the app creates content because it is connected with a custom GPT. It is connected with a custom GPT, and that is how it creates content. Okay. Somebody said, can you wave your hand to know that you're not AI and real human? I am real human, guys. Waving. We have not got there yet. I wish though. All right. So let me show you something, okay? This is the pledge generator that we created, okay? Uh, this is something that you guys might have used already, right? The pledge generator, but on a different user interface is what you might have used it for. But you'll get a sense of what I'm talking about. This is like an advanced version of a custom GPT. So what does a pledge generator do? It takes a basic information. I can say get started with all the information. It says, give me all this information. I will write a pledge for you. Okay. I will be like, and I will be like, I'm Webhub, founder of Growth School, excited to learn how to build apps and automate things using AI, right? This is the kind of information you give, a little more maybe. Click on the send button and look at the LinkedIn post that it has come up with. I'm spending the entire weekend, 16 plus hours deep diving into AI. As the founder of Growth School, I could not be more excited to revolutionize the way. Here's my goal: to master art of building apps and automating AI skills. You see how it took a single line of mine and expanded that into a line. And then from prompt engineering to building custom GPTs to including all of this, this is session 1, session 2, session 5. These are I'm most excited about. And again, it picked up from the things that I'm interested in. What drives me? The best part. Want to join? Here's the link to the waitlist. Let's make our future hours growth school hashtag mastermind. And it came in a nice little box, which I can copy and paste directly as well. And you can see some parts of the text is bolded while some part of the text is not. What has happened here? Why has it come in a box? And why does it have definitely few things in every post? That is, I'm excited to spend this entire weekend is something that comes for every post, not just one post. It picks up what motivates me automatically, and it automatically add links to every post that you guys generated. It automatically added the hashtags for every post that you generated. Why did it come in this box so that it could be easily copied? How did all of this happen? Because this custom GPT has not been built in the process that I showed you. Okay, let me show you the back end of this custom GPT right now. We were on this screen, right? I didn't use this interface to build this custom GPT. I used the advanced way of building this where I gave a lot more instructions to it directly. Okay, if I go to configure, again, I'll talk about what all these things are. And if I open the prompt, this is the prompt that I wrote to be able to give you the results that I wanted to be in the box and whatnot. It has something called as role objective. It has this weird hashtag and two star symbols, and it has set of weird set of things, right? And it's very, very long. How many of you guys want to learn how to write prompts like this and build advanced GPTs like this? Me in the chat. And that is what we're going to learn right now. Okay. How to build stuff which is super advanced, which 99.9% of people can't do. And a lot of people have been asking me, can we do this? Can we do that? You will be able to. Somebody's like, please share screen. Guys, if you are not able to see my screen, please drop off and join back again. There are 650 people here who are able to do, see and hear everything properly. All right. So it has to be something wrong from your end. Brilliant. All right. So building advanced custom GPTs. For this, you need to know the components of ChatGPT. Okay, let's go back to the tool that we actually built first. Okay, so that you'll get a better understanding. This is Tweet Genius that we just built, right? And if you are the owner of this tool, if you click on this bottom icon, right? And you can select something called as Edit GPT. Only if you are the owner or if you have built this. When I click on Edit GPT, this is the interface we are all aware of, right? There is the more advanced workflow interface, which is hidden under configure. When I tap on this, you can see the profile picture is right here. and I can change the profile picture or upload anything I want manually. There is the name. The name of the Tweet Genius is right here. I can change anything I want, and the name of the app will be changed by default without you asking. This is manual way of doing it, right? The description here is coming from what is written right here. Okay, and of course, ChatGPT came up with it. And finally, the prompt. What did ChatGPT do when we kept telling what we wanted to do? In the backend, it was writing this prompt. This is what the ChatGPT tool was doing. As we were saying, you have to write tweets like this, you have to write tweets like that. When I said emphasize relatability and humor, often incorporating sarcasm, wit, and trending social media formats, when we said all these things, it understood what we said and wrote its own prompt in the backend. Now, is this a very good prompt? I think no, but it's good enough for most of the people, but not good enough for people in this session, right? Because I want you guys to be able to do much better things. But that is what it did here. And you see these 4 blocks here, right? Where these are called as starting points or conversation starters. So when people are using your app and they don't know how to use your app, so you put this conversation starter so that when someone clicks on it, it works and they know this is how it will work, right? And the conversation starters are right here. You can add how many ever you want. So that is the backend of what a custom GPT is built on, right? Now, direct way of doing it is talking to Chat GPT and getting you the answer. But advanced way of doing it is you actually building all of this manually without using Chat GPT's builder, right? So let me quickly talk about the components. Like I told, the first one is a profile picture. Like I said, you can upload your own profile picture and whatnot. Then there is description, which is this one-line description that you get. It you might be like, why is this important? That is because it is important because it acts as a mini prompt for ChatGPT. So it is important. It does work. And then there is instructions, which is your main prompt that goes here. This conversation starters, like I said, it creates like a menu item on the custom GPT. And then there is something called as knowledge. You can see this. There's something called as knowledge, which I will talk about very, very soon. Okay. And then there is capabilities. Let's say you are building a chat GPT or a GPT, which needs the ability of web search. Then you have to check this box on. Let's say you are building a GPT like a logo maker. Then you need DALI image generation. So you need to put this checkbox on. Let's say you're doing something about data analysis, where you need the ability for AI to do analysis of data. Then you need to keep this checkbox on. For our tool, I don't need any of them. So I just turned off everything. And also there is something called as actions, which I will talk about slightly later. So this is the high level UI of what you need, the components of custom GPT, right? Now, if you saw this prompt structure in the past, the one that I showed you, right, in the pledge maker, in this one, I showed you a prompt. You saw this prompt, right? It's freakishly long, but it's in a format which has hashtag, stars. It has something called as role, objective, context, instructions, whatnot. What is this? So, guys, if you guys want to build advanced AI products inside of ChatGPT or anywhere else, you should be using a prompting structure, and that is called as markdown prompting. What I used here is called as the markdown prompting structure. This is a format. Guys, try to take a screenshot if you want to. It's very, very important. And this is a format of writing a great prompt when you're trying to build micro apps. It has a bunch of things. Okay. Let me explain you what these are. And I'll also explain you what this hashtag and what these stars are. Okay. Now, it has role, it has objective, it has context, it has instructions, and it has notes. So let's forget about this prompting structure for a second. And let's think about a human use case. Okay. Let's forget about this prompting structure for a second, right? Now, hear me out. Let's say you're hiring a person to do your customer success. Okay. And when you hire the person to do the customer success job, what all do you tell that person? You first say that this is, hey person X, or let's call that person, let's say Linda. All right. Hey Linda, your role as a customer success person is to solve customer issues that comes on my email. Correct? That is your role. Every day, users will send emails when they are stuck. Your job is to solve those problems on email. Role. Two is you have to give Linda some context. If you don't tell the person who you're hiring why their job is important, they will never be able to do their job in the right way. If we just say your job is to just reply to the emails, they'll be like, okay, I'm going to reply emails, and they're going to just reply emails as fast as possible and try to close them. But the moment you give context, listen, the context here, Linda, listen, your job is extremely important. And the reason why it is important is because all these learners are trying to learn AI. Let's say I'm trying to hire for growth school, okay? All these learners are trying to learn AI. And when they're trying to learn AI and they bought into the program, they might have a lot of questions on, how to use this tool, how to join this Slack community, how to join Zoom, where is the link and whatnot. And if we are not prompt enough to respond to them in the right way, not just to close the ticket or not just to reply to their email, but to actually solve their problem, they will not feel good about our product. They will not get impressed by us, right? And it's not going to be good service. So your job is a very important job of making people happy by solving their problems. So have empathy and try to help them out. This is the context of the job. And context is extremely important for a person to be able to do their job in the right way. That is the context part. And then, of course, you tell instructions, right? You'll be like, Linda, every day you come in the morning, you open Gmail, there'll be a bunch of emails. You open each one of the emails, read the email thoroughly, understand what is the problem, try to solve the problem if you can. And if you can't solve the problem, reach out to someone on Slack who can solve that problem and eventually solve the problem. You give them step-by-step instructions, right? This is what you do when you hire a person. When you're creating a AI tool, you do the same, where we give a role. Role is something where we tell AI, your job is to come up with a tweet in the last example, right? Which can go viral. You are a social media writer who comes up with tweets. That's the role. What is the objective? Your objective is to come up with great tweets for every topic that I give you, so that those tweets can go viral when I post them. What is the context? The context here is your job of coming up with tweets is very important, because if you come up with right tweets for the right topics which are relatable, why did I say it has to be relatable? Why did I say it has to be engaging? Why did I say it has to be funny or humorous? When you come up with tweets which are relatable, funny, humorous, more people will like on the tweet. More people will reshare the tweet. More people will talk about the tweet. More people will comment on the tweet. When more people reshare, like, comment on the tweet gets more reach. When the tweet gets more reach, our brand will go to more people. As a result, the brand will grow faster. And when the brand grows faster, you will also grow faster. So you're giving context, and that's what the context is on why the job is important. And then you give instructions step by step. Instruction 1, instruction 2, instruction 3. And finally, there is notes, which kind of summarizes everything. This is why we created, this is why the markdown prompting structure is so important. So that the AI exactly knows what it is supposed to do, how it is supposed to do, and why it's doing what it's doing. Are you guys clear so far? I know it is a little verbose, but it's very important for you guys to know why we do what we do. Are you guys with me? Yes? Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Now that this part of it is done, let me tell you one more thing. What are these hashtags? What are these stars? You see, as humans, when you read a blog article, don't you give more importance if to the title? Yes or no? When you see the title, when something is in larger text size, don't you give it more importance? So when you put a hashtag, when you put one hash, to AI, it's telling it is headline. It's not a paragraph text, it's a headline. It's big bold text, a big text. It's called H1 tag. When you put two hashtags, it is a headline but smaller than the biggest headline. You know what I mean? That is called markdown. If any of you guys know what HTML is, this is H1, H2, H3 tags basically. And when you put two stars, it thinks that the text, that word is bolded. again giving it directional of importance, right? That is what the hashtags and everything is, and you'll connect to it as we build this, right? Now, do you guys want to get started on writing a prompt? Do you guys want to get started with writing a prompt now that you've learned the prompting structure and convert that into an app? Yes. Here is what I'll tell you, which a lot of you people might really appreciate, right? I am a very lazy guy, okay? I don't want to sit and write and think so thoughtful on how to come up with such a crazy prompt. What I actually do is, because I know the structure and what I want as an output, I use ChatGPT to write the prompt for me. I just give it very detailed instructions and I follow a workflow to be able to get to a prompt like this, which in return builds a great app. And that is the exact workflow I'm going to teach you right now on how I come up with extensive prompts like this using ChatGPT only. All right, ready? Let's go. Okay, so the tool that we will build is, let's say I want to build a tool which will, we did Twitter, so let's do LinkedIn right now, which will write LinkedIn posts. But that I can do normally, right? I want LinkedIn posts to be written exactly like me in my own style. It needs to mimic my style of writing to an extent that people, when they read it, even if they're following me for a very long time, they cannot tell if it is written by AI or me. It should sound exactly like me. That is the tool that I want to build. All right, let's get started for that. So for that, what we'll do is, first I will ask AI. Basically, my idea for this is, how will it write like me? If I send 10 of my LinkedIn posts that I've written in the past, it can analyze how I write and then can start writing like me. And that is what I will make AI do for me. Okay. And I'm gonna like basically write a very simple prompt here like this. And it's in broken English. I wanted to keep it like this so that you get an idea. Okay. I say come up. I'm not asking to build an app for me yet. I'm saying come up with an extensive prompt where I can attach 10 of my LinkedIn posts for ChatGPT to be able to give an output prompt. Again, I want the output to be a prompt which I can use going forward to make ChatGPT write exactly like me. So I am like, hey, ChatGPT, give me a prompt inside of which I can enter 10 of my LinkedIn posts and I can send it back to you so that you give me one final prompt, which I can use inside of custom GPTs or GPTs to build the app that I want. And I'm giving it more context. I'll be sharing the posts that have gone viral. So understand why these posts have gone viral, how hooks are designed, how the whole post is written, including spacing, emojis, action words, etc. Idea is when I use this prompt, ChatGPT will give me an output that as it is for the topic that I want. It should spit out content exactly like me with a structure in a way that it will go viral. I've written this very broken English prompt. Now that I read it, I realize how many mistakes I've made, but that's fine, right? I written this prompt. I just click on the send button now. And it says, here's our detailed prompt and here's the prompt template. I'm sharing 10 of my LinkedIn posts, da 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 da. And you see this, it has written an extensive prompt here. And not just that, it says, here are the 10 post references, attach your 10 of your viral LinkedIn posts here. All right. So all I have to do is, see, if I like the prompt, this is great. If I don't like the prompt, and in case you have the paid ChatGPT account, you have something called as 101, the O1 model, which has the ability to think. It is a very, very powerful model which has the ability to think. You can use that as well. So let's also try it with O1 model. Again, you need the paid ChatGPT for this, sadly, but it's incredibly powerful because it has the ability to. I'll send the same prompt again. Look at this. It says thinking. This prompt has the ability to think, and it comes up with a multi-step prompt template. And look at this. It has come up with a massive prompt this time. Okay, whichever prompt you like, you can use it. There is no such rule. In this case, I will use the, let's say, I'll go back and use the free version only, or else people will be like, yeah, Vaibhav, We don't have the paid version. Why did you use it? Okay, let's come back to the old one. This is the prompt ChatGPT came up with. Now, I can still say, can you make it even more extensive and detailed? I can just say this and it will try to make it even more descriptive and detailed. Look at that. Now it's giving more points, right? How do the hook happens? How does the structure happens? It's explaining. So, and the best part about generating a prompt using ChatGPT is it will understand what it will understand. You know what I mean? It will understand the language it comes up with. So it's perfect actually. All right. So this is a very, very detailed prompt. So I'm going to just copy this. You see expected outcomes also. Beautiful. Right. And it has given me a place where I can attach 10 of my viral LinkedIn posts also. Let me quickly copy this again. All right. So I copy the prompt that ChatGPT gave me. Now, this is not a prompt that is ready to be put inside of Custom GPT yet. We did the step one where we got the basic prompt out from ChatGPT. I can simply open a new window if I want to. I'll paste it. Okay. And it says attach 10 of your viral LinkedIn post references here. So I'm just gonna, okay. I'm just gonna copy and paste 10 of my viral LinkedIn posts here. Now, again, you might be like, Vaibhav, I've never posted on LinkedIn. How will it mimic my style? Have you written emails before? Have you written anything before? If you don't tell it how you write, then it's going to be very hard for it to mimic your style, right? So if you have never written a post before, I will strongly recommend you to write 3-4 pieces of content in your style and then send it so that it's better. Okay, guys, I've already done the hard work of copying 10 of my LinkedIn posts so that we don't have to waste time right now copying one after another. I'm just trying to copy that off a Word doc right now so it's easier and faster for us. Okay. And I'm just going to paste it. I just had copied all my LinkedIn posts here in the past so that I don't have to copy one LinkedIn post at a time. And there you go. I have the prompt that ChatGPT gave me. I pasted it as it is. And I also attached it with 10 of my LinkedIn posts right here. Right. Now that everything is good, I'm going to click on the send button. Look at that. Analyzing 10 of your viral LinkedIn posts to require systematic breakdown of the structure, tone, da 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 da. And it's analyzing, it is figuring out the structure and formatting. It's figuring out the tone of voice of my writing style. It is figuring out my storytelling techniques, emojis, every engagement boosters, and detailed breakdown of everything. And look at it. It's coming up with like a super duper detailed prompt for everything. Incredible, right? There is no way you can explain you write like this. It's incredible. It has done everything for me and has come up with a basic prompt, right? Analysis of your viral post. It has come up with a basic prompt. Now, what I can say is using the analysis done above about my style of writing, convert this into a prompt which I can use to generate LinkedIn posts on any topic and write content just like I write based on above analysis. So basically, I'm saying now that you have done all the analysis, give me a prompt. And there you go. It has come up with a prompt. And you can see this extremely detailed, very, very long prompt. Examples is given. Everything is great. But this is a great prompt. Okay. But the problem here is this in this style? It's not. We wanted markdown prompting structure, right? But it's not in markdown prompting structure. So what do I do? Option number one is that I write it in markdown prompting structure, or two, I get AI to do it. So I just copy this here, whatever is written here. I come here and I say, rewrite the prompt in the markdown formatting like below. And I've just copied this text and I pasted it here. And I said, rewrite the whole prompt in this structure. I click on the send button. Drop a boom in the chat if you like what you're seeing. We just got AI to create a prompt, understand a written style of post, and convert that whole prompt into such a detailed markdown prompting structure. Guys, this is a workflow that I personally use. Okay. And it works brilliantly well. And we're going to share the markdown prompting structure with you guys as well. If you guys liked what you're seeing, do this or do this so that I know that all of you guys are with me. Brilliant. Now, what is the next step, guys? What is the next step? What is the next step right now? Yes, it's time to copy this and deploy that into our custom GPT and start testing. All right, let's do that. I'll go to the window, go to explore GPTs. I'll click on create. And this time, instead of using this create build, I'll directly go to configure. And in the instructions, I will just paste it. All right, we have a detailed prompt ready right here to kick ass. Right now that this is done, we have to come with a name. I will say li post generator vibe of style comes up with viral LinkedIn posts on any topic by following instructions. Okay, perfect. I can of course come with a picture as well. I can just say use DALL-E and let it generate something for me. I don't really mind a lot on how the profile picture is going to look like. Right. So anyways, it's taking a second. So I'm going to leave it as it is. Do you guys want to try this out right now? Should we try this out right now that we have written the whole prompt and whatnot? Yeah. All right. Let's try that. Let's use the topic open AI could go bankrupt. Okay. That's the topic I want to write the LinkedIn post on. Look at that style, guys. I don't know how many of you guys follow me on LinkedIn. What if I told you OpenAI could go bankrupt? Question mark emoji. Sounds crazy, right? A company that revolutionized the way we interact technology is on a verge of financial collapse. But here's the thing. Big innovations doesn't guarantee sustainability. Let's break it down. OpenAI is burning millions of dollars every day to run its advanced AI models. The real kicker. But here's the hard truth. Those who don't pay off fast enough, cash would dry up. So what are the lessons here? And here's a plot twist. And then it ends with a call to action. Don't you guys think this is incredible? I mean, I don't know how many of you guys follow me. This has mimicked my style, including words like kicker. Here is the truth. Let's break it down. These are the words that I use on my LinkedIn post. This is my lingo, right? And it was able to build everything that I want. Now, let me tell you one thing. Okay. This is not perfect yet. I'll tell you why it is not perfect because I know how I write my content, right? And I'll tell you why it is not perfect. One is that I usually don't like pointers like this on my LinkedIn post. The way I like my LinkedIn posts are when someone is reading it, they should feel like they're listening to me. It should be in form of storytelling. I don't like bullet points. And right now it is coming up with a few bullet points. It came up with bullet points here as well, which is not my style of writing. It didn't understand this part. So I have to give it feedback. Now, before this, we could just go to create and say, I don't want bullet points. And it was able to remove it. But because we have written our own prompt, if we do that, it will screw up everything. As a result, we have to edit prompt like a human being instead of using AI. All right. So let's try to refine it right now. I'll open this up. I told you I will tell you about notes towards the end. Right now, Here's something very cool that you need to know of. How many of you agree with me that whenever we are reading something long, we remember the most of what we read in the end, and we tend to forget things that we read in the beginning? Do you guys agree with me? If we have to forget something, we usually end up forgetting things that we read in the past, but we remember things that we recently read. That's fundamentally how AI also works. There's a lot of times, right? AI is going from reading here to here. A lot of times it forgets what is in the middle, what is in the beginning. It forgets a few things. So what we do in the notes is essentially kind of try to remind it what is most important, so that towards the end it remembers all the important points and it follows everything, right? So in this case, what I will do is I will add a pointer here, okay, in notes, and I will be like, don't use bullet points, always write the post like it's a video script which follows beautiful storytelling. Okay, so I just added this point. Done. I'll click on the close button, and this time I'll try it out again. Topic, same topic. We'll try to refine it. OpenAI will go bankrupt. Okay, let's see if this time it follows the instructions. And look at that. This time there are no pointers. Oh, damn, look at this. It still came up with pointers. You see, that is what AI is. It doesn't always follow what we say, right? But it did follow most of it. It didn't come up with the old format, but it still ended up coming with pointers. Now, I'm going to use one more weapon of mine and let's see. Again, I don't know. I cannot control the output right now. I have to refine it. And that's what we're going to do right now. You're okay, right? For me to spend some time refining this live in front of you guys? Because I believe this is the best thing that you'll learn. Yes, brilliant, 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 brilliant. Okay, let's come to instructions again. Click on this expand button. This thing opens up and I'm going to use a weapon right now. I'm going to add a line. Okay. If you follow what I said now, I will give you $100 tip for every post. Now you might be like, Vaibhav, are you going to give $100 to AI? No, I'm not. What this is called as positive affirmation. You see, this works. When you give positive affirmation, it works. When I say AI that I'm going to give you $100 tip, you know what is AI trained with? AI is trained with a lot of information that is already available on the internet. So it knows the value of positive affirmation. It also knows the value of negative affirmation. I could also say that if you don't follow this, I will fire you. But I don't like being negative. I like being positive. Like I said, I like being nice to it. And it does work. Positive affirmation does work. So let's give it a shot now that we've added this. Topic. Let's see if it worked this time. All right, following it up, following it up. All good. Oh man, it still came up with this. It still didn't follow. Now, see, guys, what we are trying to do right now is we are trying to troubleshoot this on why is it not listening to me. Now, one of my hypotheses is when I said here, right, don't use bullet points, write the post like a video script, which follows beautiful storytelling. Maybe it is not able to understand what I'm trying to say. Maybe it's not able to understand what I'm trying to say. So what will I do is I will just copy this. This is like a very cool pro tip. Okay. Could work, could not work. I don't know. We're going to try. Okay. If this doesn't work, I have one more idea also, which I will run. I come to ChatGPT and I'm like, I'm going to explain the situation because I'm lazy. I'm just going to use the voice mode. Hey, so I want you to help me with something. Hey, I want you to help me with something. Basically, uh, when I'm trying this AI tool, it continuously is coming up with, oh shit, sorry. I don't know why it is not picking.
Weber, I think that is because your mic is connected to Zoom.
Ah, okay. Okay. Don't worry about it. I'm just going to type it out. I need some help. So I wrote a prompt which comes up with LinkedIn posts in my style. But the problem is it often writes the LinkedIn post with bullet points, which I don't like. I want it to write like a video script, which anyone is reading out and should follow a storytelling style. This is the additional note I wrote for it to follow the instruction, but it's not working. Can you rewrite it so that AI can understand what I want? You see what I did here? I'm basically telling my problem to ChatGPT. I'm like, listen, AI is not listening to me. I wanted to write and I wanted to write it in a style, but it's not listening to me. And look at this. It rewrites that line. Okay. Write this LinkedIn post as if it's being narrated in a video. Imagine someone speaking directly to the audience, telling a story with emotion, energy, and flow. Avoid bullet points or list like structure. Instead, focus on crafting a narrative that feels natural and engaging, like a story being conversation. Whatever. This is what it comes up with. I'm going to be like, all right, you know this well. I'm going to just copy this line, come here, paste it. Okay. And I'm going to try it out right now. Post. Open AI could go bankrupt. Let's see if it works this time. You see, I knew it was getting to it. It still came up with these pointers. What the hell? How do I fix it? Anybody has any ideas? Anybody has any ideas? I know one more style of doing it, but anybody has any more ideas? Actually, I have two more ideas, but I want to brainstorm with you guys. Any ideas? Somebody saying perplexity. No, no, no. It's not going to work. Is it because of markdown? No. Somebody is like negative prompting. Okay. Screenshot. Okay. Make it verbose. Now scold it. I like a few ideas that has come up with. Few people are like, try to bold it. I'm going to try that as well. This is what I'm going to bold. I mean, put 2 stars around. Avoid bullet points or a list like structure completely. And it says avoid, right? I will just change this to don't, never use. Let's see if that works. Avoid is like it still has an option, right? I'm going to say never use. Let's see if this works. Few good ideas here. So let's see. Okay. Working so far. Bang. Done. No pointers this time. You see how much difference little things make in your prompt. We changed avoid to a word never use. Avoid was still an option. Never use is like clear instruction. Don't do it. It's like you telling your kid, listen, it's not good to play in sun. But your kid would still go out sometimes and play. But here you're like, never go into sun. Your kid's like, okay, never, okay, clear. I'm not gonna. Kids don't listen. That's a different story. But you get the idea. Not that I have kids. I don't know why I came with the kid analogy. But anyways, you guys got the idea. And it worked well. Of course, I could have used negative affirmation as well. But the idea here is for you guys to know how you can fine tune your prompt for it to work for you. Guys, what have you learned right now? Don't you think this is crazy? Don't you think this is crazy? In like 30 minutes, actually 40 minutes this time, we were able to come up with an extensive prompt, write it, fine tune the content based on making changes to the prompt. Unbelievable, right? Awesome. I will show you one more example so that you guys will get this completely. All right. I'll show you one more example right after this. Now, by the way, if you like what you're seeing, I can simply click on create and save it. Anyone with the link is your private, like you can share this link with anyone, only me, in the sense it will only be used by you, no one can use it. And GPT store is anyone. So I can just do it only me or anyone with the link, and I can simply save it and we are good to go, right? You guys know the drill. Awesome. So quickly jumping back. Okay. Now, of course, we first use the create option here. Then we jump to the configure option and we did everything manually, right? And we were able to get even better responses. Now, the next, we will do the same again for a very different example, but I wanted to do it slightly differently this time. Okay. How many of you guys would love to have a product where, yesterday you spent like what, 10 hours learning everything, right? There you learned a bunch of new things. What if, and you have always have questions on it, right? What if we build a Q&A bot which can answer pretty much anything about anything that was covered yesterday? It has attended the session as well, and we build a bot which can pretty much answer anything about yesterday's session. Don't you think that would be cool? Let me know in the comments. How many of you guys want it? And how many of you guys want to see how I build it? Want it or build it? If you say want it, I'll build it and send it to you right now, later, right? If you say build it, we're going to build it together. The Q&A bot together. And of course, I'll share it with you as well. All right. I love the excitement that's coming in. Let us get started on building this. Okay. This time, obviously, right? Like we're going to build a custom GPT again, but it has not attended the session, right? How does it know what to, how does it know? Because it has not attended the session per se. How will it answer your questions? Well, because we will use a section right now, which is the knowledge section. In the knowledge section, I can upload files which AI can refer to before it answers questions. You know what I mean? You can upload PDF files or whatnot inside of this, up to like, I think 20 MB or 30 MB. That means massive size of files. It will able to go through those files and give you answers. Now, what file will I upload? What we did is, of course, we were not able to do for the session yesterday yet, but what we did for the session before this, because we didn't get the time. You remember we were recording the session, right? While we told you we will not give you the recording. Why were we recording? Because we wanted that recording so that we can convert that recording into subtitles. The mentor spoke for 8 hours, 10 hours. All of that that they've spoken, we have converted that into, we have downloaded the subtitles of the video. Now you'll be like, Weber, how do I get subtitles of any video? It's very simple. If you have a video, go to YouTube, upload the video inside of YouTube and keep it unlisted so that nobody can access it. After 30 minutes, YouTube will only generate its subtitles. You don't have to do anything for free, no matter how big the file is, right? Once it generates the subtitles, you can download the YouTube subtitles for free. And if you don't know how to download the YouTube subtitles, you can go to youtubetranscript.com, put any video that you want inside of this, and it will give you, download the subtitles and give you for free. Okay. The bunch of tools, not just YouTube transcript. If you just go to Google and say YouTube transcript download, you will get hundreds of tools which can do this absolutely for free. Once you upload your video on YouTube, just share the link here and click on get transcript. It will give you the full transcript for free. And that is what we tried to do yesterday for yesterday's session. But because the video was 8 GB, we were not able to upload that in time because the team was very tired yesterday. But luckily enough, I have transcript of the C4. That is the last cohort that we did. So I'm going to use that for now. All right. Because we had done it some time back. So I'm going to use that. All right. Works. But you'll get an understanding of how we built it. All right. So I'll come to ChatGPT first. And what do? I need to build a prompt. Correct? So how do I bring the prompt? The step one is to explain what I want to build. I want you to come up with an extensive prompt for a Q&A bot which answers questions based on the transcript given to it of a Zoom session. Now, for your context, I'm just explaining what I want. The more you explain, the better it is, guys. For your context, this transcript is of a 8-hour Zoom session on of day one of generative AI mastermind, where people learn on how to use AI. The idea of the app is that we can share this with our learners and they can ask any question about the session yesterday, and you should be able to find the answer from the transcript and explain it to them like a world-class teacher. Just in case, if the question asked was not covered in the session, ask them to write an email to hi@growthschool.io since it was not covered in the session. Now, come up with the prompt. Very simple. I just explained what I want. And there you go. It has come up with a prompt, how the bot should function, whatnot, prompt for the bot, blah, blah, blah. You are a highly intelligent, empathetic Q&A assistant. Your role is to help learners from Generative AI Mastermind session to access information and insight from the 8-hour transcript of day one. Da, da, da. It has come with a bunch of things. It is also giving example. Great. It has already come up with a prompt and still coming up with it. How do we want the prompt to be? We want the prompt to be in a markdown prompting structure, right? I can just say, convert this into a markdown prompting structure like this. And I just copy the markdown prompting structure here and I'll click on the send button. And there you go. It has come up with the markdown prompt right now. Guys, in reality, let me be very frank as well, right? In reality, what will happen is I usually go to the prompt and try to make it better. I read it as well, right? Obviously, you cannot just rely on AI all throughout, but for the speed of execution, I'm not doing that right now. All right. The prompt is ready right now. I simply click on the copy button, right? I come to ChatGPT. Again, just for people who missed it, you can go to explore GPTs, click on this create one, create option to create a custom GPT, come to configure, and I will paste the prompt that we just generated. There you go. The whole prompt is pasted. I can also come back if I'm lazy, come up with a name and description for the app. I can, because I just don't want to come up with this. The name is AI Mentor. I don't like the name so much, but two-line description, please. It's too long for me. Okay. I'm just gonna copy this, paste it in description, call it the AI Q&A bot day one. Whatever. I can call it whatever I want, doesn't matter. And finally, there is something called as knowledge because doesn't have access to any of the information that we have done yesterday. Like I said, we have already like kind of converted the transcript and downloaded it. And this is how it looks like. It is 259 pages of text of everything that the mentor spoke on the last batch, not yesterday, last batch, right? The whole document is here. All I have to do is come to ChatGPT again and just upload it here. So I'm going to click on upload files, C4 transcript, click on open. And there you go. It has been uploaded. Now we can test this bot right now. Of course, I can say come up with I can upload a photo and I can also use DALI to generate an image, whatever I want. But again, let's come up here and ask the question. Guys, why don't you help me with a question? I'm sure few things have changed from last session to yesterday's session because we update it every time. But why don't you ask me some questions? I think 80% of them are going to be same anyways. Ask me some questions, guys. What I can use. What is tokenization? Guys, tougher questions, not so easy. What is embedding? What is diffusion? Which tool is best for translation? That I spoke today, no? Science behind diffusion. Okay. Okay, I'm going to turn off the chat right now. Okay, I like this question. Avesh Sheikh says, how to convert image to moving animated video. These are how you ask questions, right? So if I ask what is diffusion and all that, anyways, you can Google it. You will not use the Q&A bot for it, right? You want to ask the Q&A bot something specific that has happened. So I'm going to be like, what was the process taught for converting image to video in the session? I know you guys were taught Kling yesterday, if I'm not wrong. Kling, right? But the session before, we didn't teach Kling. We used a different tool. We upgraded to Kling because we realized the tool is better. And that's what we keep updating the session almost on a monthly level. You can see this, it didn't specifically mention step-by-step process of converting an image to video, as primary focus was on generative AI, including tokenization. Om, I think this is only the part one of day one. This transcript is only of part one, day one, because it only talks about this. It doesn't have image to video conversion yet. Can you send the rest of the transcript as well?
Yeah, give me just 10 seconds. Let me send it to you.
So guys, this is, we upload the transcript of only the first session. So it's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know about any image or video. Okay, we can ask a question. I think few people ask, what is tree of thought prompting? Okay, we can say, summarize everything. And it should be able to summarize everything that happened in the first session. And there you go. It is summarizing everything, giving you a very directional understanding of what was discussed. And gives you notes. Okay. Did you guys play with Playground yesterday? Were you shown Playground yesterday? Yes? Okay. Let's try that. Let's try a question on that and make it very difficult. Okay? Make it very difficult. I will going to be like, there was something called, how do I put it? I will make the spelling also long. Playing ground or something like that. What was that? And where can I find it? Good question, right? Something called playing ground. It's not playing ground, it's playground, but let's see. The playground. It's not playing ground. Corrects itself. The playground refers to OpenAI playground and interactive environment where you can experiment OpenAI models. This was what was covered about playground. Where can you find it? And it talks about temperature max and top peak. And now I'm going to ask a even more difficult question. Let's see if it can help. Okay. I'm going to be like, I can't find playground on my ChatGPT. Where is it? Beautiful. Obviously, right? ChatGPT, you cannot find the playground. And a lot of people will be like, where is playground? I can't find it. And look at this. OpenAI Playground is a separate tool from ChatGPT. If you're using ChatGPT on OpenAI's website, you won't see Playground directly. Steps to access and has given step by step on what was covered. Isn't this super helpful? Isn't this super helpful, guys? We will give you this tool. Don't worry. Okay. We will give you this tool. Don't worry about it. Okay. My team has sent me more files. So I'm going to upload them right now. Upload files. They have sent me like 4 more. So I'm going to upload all of them. Guys, I will share the link. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. We'll share everything with you. Okay. Now let's try this out. Which tool was used to convert images to video? This is something that you guys asked. Searching my knowledge. And these were the tools. However, the focus like tools like Runway ML, Synthesia, and Midjourney. I don't know because, like I said, right, the last thing that we did was not on this. Right, the last session that we didn't use Kling. This time you use Kling, so it's able to pull that information. I can also ask questions like, "Can you tell me all the tools that were covered?" You see what it's doing every time I ask a question, it is going through the transcript and then it is answering all the questions that is out there. How cool is this? Why is it able to do? Because I uploaded all these files inside of the product. That's why it is able to do all of this. Guys, do you guys realize what we just did? We basically built a very simple AI agent, which is able to do a job of so many people which are manually needed. And we built a tool. Drop a boom, guys, if you think this was crazy. And of course, right, you can try to make the prompt better and better on the go. I'm not sitting and fine tuning it because I already told you about this. Now, before we move on, right, to the assignment and everything around it, would you guys be interested to know on how to take this tool outside of ChatGPT and actually give it a user interface? And the ability to put it on your website or share it with anyone, but they should not know it is ChatGPT without writing a single line of code. It is possible. It is possible for free. And let me show you how to do that in like a couple of minutes. Guys, I will take the questions towards the end, so chill out. Awesome. Right? So I'm going to come here. And the tool that we're going to use for this is called as agentivehub.com. Okay. That is the tool that we use to create this platform, which will basically the same thing that we created, but on a different user interface. Okay. You can simply register for a free account. It is free. I will simply log in my case. Give me a second. Let me quickly log in. I don't remember which email has this account. Okay. All right, I'm in. Once you log in, this is how the platform is going to look like. Okay. This is how they are updating the platform. So the UI keeps changing slightly. It has changed right now is what I see. It is a free platform. If you want to do a lot, then it has paid. Now, what you can do with this platform is build simple AI agents. Okay. So to start that, I'm going to click on this create new agent right here. And I have to give it an agent name and whatnot. So I'm going to come to ChatGPT and I'm just going to copy this name. The agent name is AI QA bot day one. So I'm just going to paste the name right here. The description also, I'm just going to copy from here, paste it here. Now, it needs a OpenAI API key. How many of you guys know what an API key is? Was it covered yesterday? Did we speak about OpenAI API key yesterday? No? No? What are you saying? All right, don't worry. But we did speak about Playground, right? We did speak about Playground. Okay. I'll tell you how to find the OpenAI API key right now. It's very simple. Okay. Go to openai.com. Now, what is an API key to start with? I'm not even explaining that. API is in the simple, I mean, for all the non-tech people, all the tech people, bear with me. For all the non-tech people, even I'm a non-tech guy. API is essentially a way for us to get the power. The OpenAI API will allow us to connect anything that we build with the technology of OpenAI. So if you want to use GPT-4, the power of GPT-4 on our product, how does it talk to OpenAI? The secret key is the connection between your tool and OpenAI. That's the API key. Okay. I'm going to come here and I'm going to just go to login. This is the same platform that you that you used Playground on, right? It's the same platform that you use Playground on. That's the website that I'm on. You guys were on Playground here, right? This is what you guys used yesterday, correct? Yes. Playground.openai.com or platform.openai.com. This is what you used. Now, instead of on Playground, there's something called as dashboard. I'm going to go here. And then there is something called as API keys here. Once I come to dashboard, instead of Playground, next to Playground, there's dashboard. There's something called as API keys here. I tap on this. And simply, I can say create new secret key. I'm going to select create new secret key. I'm going to call this whatever I want. Let me call this mastermind. And I'm going to click on create secret key. And there you go. It has created a key for me. I just have to copy this. This is all that I need to know. I have to copy this, come back to this tool and say select OpenAI secret key. I'm going to just say add a new key. All these are deleted. They don't work anymore. So I'm going to say add new key. You will not see all of this, guys. So you don't have to worry. When you create a new account, you will not see so many keys here. So you don't have to worry. All right. Okay. I'm going to just. Sorry, I'm just going to put it here. Secret key. And I'm going to click on save. I'll call this mastermind. I'll click on save. All right, the key has been saved. I come back to agents. There you go. This is the one that we were using, if I'm not wrong. Okay, let me create one more agent again. Create new agent. What was the name of the agent now? Again, AI Q&A bot, day one. I'll just copy and paste this text. Again, you can write it as well. I'm just lazy, so I'm just copying and pasting. The description. I will select this mastermind key right now. And I can also select the model that I want. I think GPT-4o is perfect for me. I'll click on create agent. And it says the agent is created. Right now, there is a place to copy the prompt. Copy and paste the prompt. Okay. So instructions are right here. I'm going to expand this. Copy the prompt. Come here. Paste it. Guys, we'll also give you a step-by-step document so that you guys can do it later as well. So don't worry about it. I've copied the prompt right now. And then there is something called as knowledge. So I have to enable the knowledge base to be able to upload the file. I will say create new one. I will again call it mastermind, whatever I want to call it. Mastermind key selected, click on create, and it says upload the knowledge base. So I'm going to upload all the 4 PDF files that we downloaded from the Zoom video. The same files that we uploaded here, right? The same files that we uploaded here. I'm uploading them here right now. It says processing. Let's give it a couple of minutes. And it says processed. I click on upload. So it's the same process that we did on ChatGPT. We are doing it on a different tool. Okay. The prompt is ready. The knowledge is ready. Now I can use the tool. I can say Give me a summary. Let's see if it works. It's probably going to the knowledge base, and there you go. It is able to go through the whole summary and is able to work. So it's working fine, right? We can also say, ask this one more question. Where can I find playground? Let's see if this works. Okay, there you go. It talks about playground and where it can find. Perfect. Now that the bot is working, I can simply click on the publish button. Okay. And I'm sure it's free, guys. Everything that we're doing is free. And it says the bot is published and we are good to go. Now, how can I share it with anyone? I can simply click on the share button here and I can say make it public and get shareable link. And there you go. I can just copy this URL right now and can share it with anyone I want. And they will have the look of the tool like this. There you go. This is how the tool looks like. I can say, give me all the tools list. And it's probably going to the knowledge base right now. And there you go. It is able to go through the list and it's giving me all the tools that were covered on the last cohort. Looks good, guys. Looks good. And now I can share this URL with almost anyone I want, and they will be able to use this tool. How cool is that? And in fact, if you want to share this on your website, okay, you can also click on the deploy button and you can select the website. You can see how it is going to look like. Yeah, it's misspelled cloud to cloud because it's getting it from transcript. If you want to deploy these tools on your website like this, you can do that as well by simply going to, right now what we did is clicked on the share button and copied this URL, right? But if you want to deploy this on your website like this, like a Q&A bot or for whatever you build, you can click on the deploy button, click on the website button and follow the instructions that is written here, right? And you'll be able to deploy that on your website without writing a single line of code as well. So that is what we managed to do so far. So quickly summarizing everything that we did so far. Okay, it's crazy what we accomplished in just a couple of hours. We first started with building, doing research on Search GPT, Perplexity, used all that information up to create a stunning deck presentation. And I saw you guys loving it. Then we went on to building custom GPTs or GPTs. What did we do in these GPTs? First, we started with the basic version where we created a viral tweet generator. In the viral tweet generator, what did we do? We use AI to create the whole bot for us, and we fine-tuned it as well by talking to AI. But that was the easier way of doing it and a simpler way of doing it. Once we did that, we jumped onto the advanced version where we learned markdown prompting, used AI or chat GPT in itself to do the whole prompt writing for us, and then we deployed that on a custom GPT. Then we also used knowledge base where we built a Q&A bot by uploading the transcripts of the file and uploaded it right there. So the Q&A bot was able to go through all the resources and was able to answer. And finally, every bot that we built, all the instructions that we pulled it out, went to Agentive Hub, pasted everything so that we were able to build an app all out of the website, which can be shared with anyone. Everything that we learned today, right? If we think about how long would this have taken for us to build in the non-AI world, it would have taken us weeks, if not months. And we did that in 2 hours. From a scale of 1 to 10, how was it so far, guys? From a scale of 1 to 10, how was it so far? Did you guys learn something new? Was this fun? Was this exciting? We can't get more hands on this. I love it. There are hundreds and thousands and whatnot. All right, all right. This is brilliant. Thank you so much for being so nice. Let's move on, right? Okay, now we are done with markdown prompting. Brilliant. Guys, we'll get to the questions very, very soon. Don't worry about it. Okay. Somebody's like, what is the purpose of Agentive Hub since it's already available in GPTs? It is for you to create tools beyond of ChatGPT. If you don't want people to know it's ChatGPT and you want to send it, put it on your website, embed it on your website, that is where it is very powerful. I will take all the questions. Don't worry about it. Right now, as we get to this part, right, and you've gone through a lot of this, and right after this session, we also have automation. I wanted to touch base on something which I feel is extremely important for all of you people to know, right? See, here is the hard reality, and I truly believe in this. I don't know how many of you guys believe in this, and how much of your belief system has changed after we went through the day one and today, and this automation coming up as well going forward. AI fundamentally will take 4 out of 5 jobs. It could be 3 out of 5, it could be 2 out of 5. I believe it's going to be 4 out of 5 because I have been seeing things which is mind blowing, which is replacing. Like just you just saw this Q&A bot, right? There are 10,000 people who have taken the mastermind already, who have attended the mastermind like you. If we had to put human beings to answer every question of yours, we would need 15 to 20 people to just answer your questions. And in 10 minutes, we were able to build a AI agent which was able to do everything. That literally took already like 7, 8 potential jobs in like 10 minutes of us building. So it is happening across everything. And I hope I'm wrong, but AI will fundamentally take 4 out of 5 jobs. And most of these jobs, right, will be taken up by something called as AI agents. We built a very simple AI agent just right now. Most of the jobs will be taken up by these AI agents. Now, what are these AI agents? AI agents are crazy because they have the ability to complete tasks in speed that no human can and can work 24/7 for almost free. What do I mean by that? Again, in this Q&A example that we showed you, right? Who are these tutors going to be? The tutors are the ones who attended session, have been trained on the session so that they can answer questions. Instead of doing all of this, we built a Q&A bot, which can now work 24/7, 365 days for almost free. It will barely cost me $1 a month for the OpenAI credits. And it will work 24/7. We built a very, very, very simple AI agent today. And there are a lot more complicated AI agents that we can build, which can replace almost any task which goes on repetition. In fact, Jensen Wong, the founder of NVIDIA, basically said, if your job revolves around using any tool, AI can do that job much better than you. And then a lot of people started to think, oh, you know what? AI doesn't have the ability to think. And then OpenAI launched the 1.0 model, which thinks much better than 99% of human beings out there. So AI agents will come and take up a lot of things. You see, until today, right? If you think about career, anyone for that matter, we always thought about specializing on something. Specializing had its own nuance. For you to have the best careers in your lives, you had to specialize. Let's say you start with, in the example of marketing, right? You start with a marketing associate, then you probably become like a digital marketer, then you become a digital marketing manager, then you basically understand growth and you become like a growth manager, growth leader, eventually become a head of marketing and so on. So you specialize and go deeper into your skills like a surgeon, right, who spends years and years learning, getting nuance on what to read from that basic X-ray. And that is the knowledge and that is the specialization why it was important. But you know what? This is getting disrupted as we speak. So far, specialist has been the safest careers out there. One person having the ability to do one thing so bloody well that they will grow like crazy. Well, I believe, and a lot of experts believe, including the best of the founders, best of the companies out there, that this is fundamentally changing. Specialists, the need of specialists is fundamentally changing. What do I mean by that before I move on, right? You see, a specialist could be a 10 out of 10 on anything that they want. But with AI, anybody can be a 9 out of 10 specialist on 20 different things, not one. And that is where the world is heading, because with AI, you can be a marketer, you could be a designer, you could be a software developer, you could be a data analyst, you could be a strategist, you could be a finance person, you could be a salesperson, you could be an accountant, because you have the ability to do a bunch of things. Maybe not 10 out of 10, but 9 out of 10, but that is good enough in 95% of the cases. So because of this paradigm shift that is happening, there will be rise of a lot of new jobs because of artificial intelligence. Can you guys guess, now that you've gone through, I believe a lot of people can make a lot of educated guesses right now on what are the new jobs that will come to rise? Can anybody guess? I would love to hear your thoughts. What are the new kind of jobs that will rise because of AI? It says AI specialists, prompt engineer, GPT developers, AI designers. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Multitaskers. I love it. You know what? All of you guys are right. I believe it's very hard to guess every job that's going to be there, but there'll be rise of one job that is going to take over everything. And like a lot of people got it right. AI generalists. For all the people who got it right, you guys are brilliant. Great job. AI generalists. Now, who are these AI generalists? AI generalists are those people who can solve problems using AI. So, all of a sudden, instead of being a specialist on one specific skill, you are a 9 out of 10 or a 8 out of 10 specialist in 20 different things. Like I said, you can do marketing also, you can build products also, you can design them also, you can do sales also, you can do customer support also. You can pretty much do anything and everything that you need if you are a AI generalist, if you just know how to use AI in the right way and how you can solve problems using AI. And there's going to be a massive, massive rise of AI generalists because companies will still hire specialists. I'm not saying there will be no specialists, but the number of specialists needed will come down drastically. And the companies will look for more people who are AI generalists, who can do multiple things using AI. As a result, there will be less number of people who would be working, but those people, I believe, are going to be AI generalists majorly. So AI generalists are these full stack problem solvers who have very deep understanding of all the AI models out there. What do I mean by that? We only played with GPT 4.0. There are hundreds of AI models out there. There are hundreds of diffusion models out there. These AI generalists know which model to use where so that they can solve the problem in the best freaking way. They understand and have the ability to build solutions. They don't tell that you should do this. They have the ability to build solutions solving these complex problems. So AI generalists are basically full stack problem solvers. And these are going to be very highly paid. And these are going to be a massive, massive rise in the next 2 years. 2025, it's going to be crazy. 25, 26, it's going to be crazy. Right. And I'm so glad all of you people are here because you guys have already taken the first step towards becoming AI generalists. You're already learning a bunch of things. So I'm so glad you're already ahead of a lot of people. Right. But I
Web,
thought I should, yeah.
do you also want to show them an example of an agent since you're talking about that? Because I can see people focusing on what you're saying, but I think it'll be really cool if we are also able to give them a glimpse of what an agent can do. Do you
All
want
right.
to?
So, yeah, sure. We can show the agent that we have. Why don't you guys create a window for me with a new agent and send me to the link? I will talk about it. I will show them.
Okay.
Guys, if you guys want to get a peek of how we use AI inside and how we've already built agents inside, I'll give you a peek of that very, very soon. Right. But again, right, coming back to the AI generalist being a full stack problem solver. Now, how do you become an AI generalist? And how is it helpful for you people? So if you're someone, I don't know how many of you guys have more than 10 years of experience, right? Don't take me wrong. Level playing field was never like this before, right? Now, in the world of AI, no matter how many years of experience people have, everybody has to relearn, unlearn and relearn to adapt to the new way, new world. And that is the reality. But people with a lot of years of experience have one edge over others. They have the ability to manage better than most of the people. And when I talk about managing, I'm talking about managing people as well and also managing agents. So I believe people with 10 plus years of experience, all of you people will basically manage a bunch of AI generalists under you. Now, you might be like, and majorly work on strategy on the top. So you're managing a bunch of humans, right, who are AI generalists, and you will work on a lot of strategy, AI strategy. Now, for you to be able to manage generalists without you knowing what AI generalists can do and what are their ability and what is the skill set, and if without you being a rockstar AI generalist, you can never manage rockstars under you. So you guys no matter how many years of experience you have, this is the level playing field I'm talking about. In spite of getting to a shape, if you want to get to a point where you want to manage these generalists, you have to be a generalist yourself and have to be a kick-ass one, right? But with your experience that you've spent over the course of time about the business, about managing people and all, you'll sit in this position. And let me tell you one more thing. I mean, I don't want to say this, don't want this to come out wrong as well. So please bear with me or spare me if I say anything wrong here, because a lot of people have more experience than me. But I'm a founder, right? And I've hired more than, my team is almost 200 people, and I've done more than 300 people. I've hired more than 300 people in the last 2.5 years. People with a lot of experience are the most expensive, right? And every company looks for efficiency. Next time when I'm hiring a leader, even when I do it today, if people are not AI native, I don't even want to talk to them because they are not future paced at all. They will not be able to come up with solutions. As a leader, I want solutions to come which is AI first, which is extremely efficient than anything else out there. And that has to be AI first. And people don't have an understanding of AI. Sorry, not good enough. And that's going to be the de facto case going forward. And a lot of people have not realized this yet. I'm so glad all of you guys have already. So keep at it. Keep learning, become an AI generalist. It might take you some time, and I'll give you a roadmap for that as well, right? That's 10 plus years of experience. People with less than 10 years of experience are basically right now managing small teams of people. I believe all of you guys will truly become those AI generalists who will build solutions hands on, but also be managing AI agents. Instead of having people under you, you guys will build a bunch of agents and just manage those AI agents. That is going to be the major part of your job and basically report it to people about you. So humans reporting so people with a lot of years of experience will basically manage people who are a bunch of AI generalists who are extremely good with what they do. And AI generalists are majorly managing AI agents. In fact, you know what Mark Zuckerberg said? For every single human, for 5 billion humans that we have in the world, there will be at least 10 to 15 agents per person, which are personalized agents for them doing their job, their tasks. And you'll be managing AIs rather than humans. And that is what I believe 3 to 9 years of experience people will do. You will be the hands-on AI generalist, and this is going to be an unfair advantage. And people with less than 3 years of experience, my God, how lucky you guys could be. This disruption happened when you are just into the market of doing something. So make sure you level up and become the best because you will have an incredible unfair advantage. But like I said before, no matter how many years of experience you have, no matter what you have done in the past, everything has changed and everyone needs to level themselves up to become an AI generalist to get started. It is absolutely mandatory according to me. All right. And if you guys are on this mastermind, one takeaway, please don't give up on this way. And that's exactly why we have added this section. You guys are ahead already, but not for long. So make sure you continue to stay ahead. Now, how many of you guys want me to share a roadmap on how to become an AI generalist so that you can get started with that journey going forward? Me in the chat. All right, all right, all right, all right. Okay, you know what? Before we share the roadmap, uh, should we, Funny, should we do the, should
I
we show
think you
them
should.
the,
I think you should show Jerry now.
yeah, okay. Guys, before I get into the roadmap, right, let me show the, I think they'll connect more if I do that, right?
Correct.
Can you guys ping me the Jerry link, the new window?
Yeah, I've just sent it to you already.
Okay. Have you DM me because I can't find it? Funny, can you send me the link, please? Again?
Yeah, I've sent
Create
it
a new
again.
window, please. Create a new window.
Okay.
Yeah, got it. Thank you. I didn't want to be on the old window. Okay, guys, let me give you context on what's happening right now. Right. So here's a story. So like I said, I'm a founder, and life is usually quite hectic and busy and gets crazy as well. So when I was speaking with a few founders, they recommended that Webhub, you should definitely get a, you know, get like a executive assistant, someone who will come there, help you out. My biggest problems are someone has to check my emails, be on top of them, manage my calendar, And one big problem is that I have to attend a lot of meetings, which I don't want to. So I wanted my executive assistant to attend the meetings and give me notes so that I can consume more. So a bunch of them also book travel and all that, right? What an executive assistant does. I thought that's a great idea because that will free up a lot of my time. And you know what? I went on to find executive assistant. I was willing to spend up to your 25 lakhs a year, like 2 lakhs a month to get a great executive assistant. But I could not find anyone that I could connect with because there were fundamental problems with people, right? Few people were like, Webhav, you work 24/7, right? I used to tell these EAs that I was trying to hire, saying, I might be pinging you at 4 in the morning and you have to be available because if I'm working, you have to be around. And a lot of people were like, this I cannot do. This is too much, whatever. And it just didn't work out. And for 3-4 months, I could not get to someone who I could hire who was an executive assistant. And then we were like, wait, can we get AI agent? Can we build an AI agent which can do everything? Because all of my work revolves on the internet, right? There is nothing physical. I don't want my executive assistant to go and get me potatoes, right? Can I automate it? And then we sat as a team to brainstorm and we actually built a AI agent which can do a lot of these things. Okay. This is why, I mean, usually we don't talk about it. Now, for every team member, we are trying to build one. So every person in growth school will have an AI agent, executive assistant for them, because that's the beauty of AI. And I'll show you the agent that we built for me. We call it Jerry, not we. I call it Jerry. Right. That's my executive assistant. And and I have deployed this AI agent on my Slack. You can do that on WhatsApp. You can do that on Google Teams. You can do that anywhere you want. But I have deployed that on my Slack. Okay. So guys, I'm just going to show you the window of Jerry. Okay. I'm not going to show you my whole Slack. And this is a new window. That's why I asked the team to create a new window because I didn't want you guys to see the old messages and everything on how I talk, what I talk. I also brainstorm sometimes, right? So I didn't want to put all that information in here. All right, all right, all right. So let's get right in. What question do I ask first? Yeah, I can just ask a simple question. Uh, can you check what's on my calendar tomorrow? So the thing is, Jerry has access to my Gmail. We have integrated it with my Gmail. It also has access to my Google Calendar. So it can see what all events I have, what all calendars I have. One more ability it has is it can join meetings on my behalf and take summary of everything and send me. And also we are right now building the ability for it to book flights. Okay. And everything around it. So there you go. Certainly you have the following meeting scheduled tomorrow: product pipeline sync up and GS engineering stand up. In the product pipeline sync up, discussion on Flickr app GTM plan, which is a focus on monetization, onboarding users, creators, and GS engineering stand up. Damn, you saw things that you should not be seeing as well. So Flickr is our new product that we are building inside of Growth School. It's a consumer product that we're building and we have not spoken about it, but it basically pulled up. And just in case, if you are wondering if it's correct or wrong, look at this. Monday, tomorrow, there are fundamentally these two that is happening, and it automatically pulled that information from my actual calendar, right? Which is so cool. Okay, so it pulled my calendar. This is all cool, right? It can go read my calendar and tell me what is there. Now here is where it can get crazier. What if there are a bunch of things that we discussed in the last meeting? Okay, and I don't remember what we discussed, but Jerry has attended that meeting and has taken notes of everything, right? So I can be like, can you give me a detailed update on things we spoke on Flickr in the last stand up so that I am better prepared for the meeting. Also, give me the pointers on monetization. So what I am doing here is I'm asking it to go and check the last meeting and give me updates so that I am better prepared for what is going to happen. So it will go through, it might take some time. It will go to the old meeting, check out all the notes that it had taken, and it will summarize those things that I'm asking right now. If it doesn't work right, I have to be a little more assertive about it. Sometimes it doesn't understand, so it gives me the wrong answer. So I say, I'm talking about the last product pipeline sync up. So then it understands and goes back again. But let's see if this worked this time. It should work because I've spoken about Flickr here. If I hadn't spoken about Flickr, it might not have got it. Obviously, right? The natural language processing is there, but there you go. Updates in the meeting as follow. We spoke about Flickr app GTM in concept stage, monetization strategy, market research, and no concrete timeline yet to launch, still in a conceptual phase. Okay. It gave an updates on what we were discussing on a high level yesterday. This reminds me of something. You know, I uh, I wanted like a onboarding plan for new creators into the app. Obviously, it's an app for a lot of creators to create content, guys. It's like a social media platform that we're trying to build, right? So let me say this. And ask him, by the way, Bhargava is the head of product for this app, right? Ask him for the creator onboarding plan. Yeah. Okay. Can you send email to Bhargava and ask him, let me correct. Yeah, the spelling is wrong. Okay. And ask him for the new creator onboarding plan, ask him to share it with me in the meeting. So basically what I'm saying is, because they spoke about monetization strategy, I'm literally playing with a real life use case. I'm like, I wanted the creator onboarding plan. Can you ask Bhargava to do that? Instead of asking Bhargava to do that, I'm asking AI assistant to just send an email to Bhargav and make sure I get that information. What it has to do, this is crazy, guys, by the way. What it has to do is, it has to go into my Gmail, search for an email ID of Bhargava with growthschool.io, pull that email ID, write an email, and send that email to him. All automated in the backend. It might take some time. So let us see if it works or not. I probably will not be opening my email to show you. All right. It says, certainly I'll email, I will say update once done. And because it takes time, it runs something called as cron jobs in the backend. It takes time to be able to do it. It takes about 4 or 5 minutes to do it. So I'm like, update once done. Usually it sends up after 3 or 4 minutes and doesn't update. So I'm like, update once done. And if it is done, it should say it's done. Okay, it says done. Email to Bhargava is sent. I will share the notes once I receive them. That is what the AI agent can do today. It is incredibly powerful. Like I said, I don't know if you found this to be interesting and intriguing. What do you guys think? Is this cool? What you guys just saw? Is this cool? I just saved 20 lakhs, 25 lakhs a year. Right. If there are any executive assistants on this call, I'm really sorry. There is nothing against you guys. Please. Okay, guys, I'm not gonna go deep into this right now, but essentially it's an AI agent. And let me tell you one more crazy thing. We built this without writing a single line of code. You don't have to be a developer to be able to pull this off, right? Again, this is essentially what a AI generalist should be able to do. We saw a problem, we solved that using AI. And now we are taking this assistant and we're giving this assistant to every employee of Growth School. So every employee will have their own executive assistant. Why only the founder should have? Everyone should have. This is what AI can do and get your life so much better. Anyways, let me get back to the roadmap on how you can become an AI generalist, which is very important. So let's come back to the serious stuff. Please be focused. Take notes if you want. Take screenshots if you want, but make sure you are attentive right here. Okay. I'm going to give you an exact roadmap so that you can go and learn it yourself. I basically have split this roadmap into 5 levels. Level 1 is foundations of AI and large language models. Level 2 is where you learn advanced prompting, retrieval, and fine tuning. I'll explain each one of them really well for you guys so you'll get a hang of it. Level 3 is where you go deep dive into image and video creation. Level 4 is automating tasks with AI agent. And finally, level 5 is building AI powered applications. Now, there's a reason why I split 5 levels so that it's easier for you guys to go from one level to another level when you are learning yourself. And I think if you go and try to do things yourself, it might take you like an year or so, year and a half or so, for you guys to get hang of everything. Okay. But I'll give you the roadmap so that you know what to learn. So in level 1, your job is to learn about foundations of AI and large language models. Here, what I recommend you guys to learn is learn how LLMs work and how process languages. We have touched based on this today a little on day 1. You should go deeper. Prompt engineering to communicate with LLMs. Of course, we've touched based on prompting in a couple of hours, but prompting is a vast subject. Today, I showed you one more prompting technique. Having the ability to write great prompts is extremely important because that is the language of the future. So please, please, please learn how to do prompt engineering in a very good way and have the ability to integrate with external tools. Today, I showed you a very simple tool called Agentive Hub, where we were able to build something on ChatGPT and take it to Agentive Hub. That is the 0.01% of anything that you can do today. You have to learn the rest 99.9%. Right? The tools that you should explore in this level is GPT-4 OpenAI Playground, which you guys have touched base on. And then because you have to explore more large language models out there, just knowing GPT-4 is not enough. A brilliant platform for that is called as Hugging Face. In Hugging Face, there are hundreds and thousands of large language models and small language models out there, which can be used to learn and build on top of. So you should definitely explore Hugging Face Hub. And of course, go to Playground AI and also play a little bit with OpenAI APIs. Once you have done all of this, this should take about a couple of months for you to learn if you do it yourself, 2 to 3 months maybe. But the projects, every time you learn something, right, you have to do so that you're learning and executing so that you're actually ready to solve problems, not just theoretically. The projects that you should explore is, of course, play with a lot of prompting techniques and retrieval techniques on OpenAI Playground. And then try to test a few of the Hugging Face or pre-trained models out there and integrate OpenAI API with Postman. The moment you learn how to do that, you can pretty much integrate it with anything that you want out there. Right? None of these things that the whole roadmap that I'm talking about, none of this needs you to be a developer. There's a level playing field that is built there as well. Level 2 is where we come to advanced prompting, retrieval, and fine tuning. Here, I will recommend you guys to learn advanced prompting techniques like RAGs. Now, what is RAGs? Retrieval augmented generation is an advanced way of retrieving information from any large language model out there. You have to learn something called as fine tuning AI models. Today, we made changes to the prompt, but we are using a large language model in the backend. When you want to solve problems, right, you will end up using an open source model and fine tune it with your own information so that it can give you much better answers for a much cheaper cost. So fine tuning is very important for its information. And of course, right, teach AI on how it can retrieve relevant information from large data sets. Today, using the knowledge, right, what we did today using the knowledge, right, what we did was we uploaded the PDF file on Custom GPT. But I told you it could be up to 20, 30 MB. What if you have 100 GB of files? How do you get AI to retrieve information from all these documents? For that, you need something called as vector databases and have to learn the concept of embeddings. I need all of you guys to go and learn about these things, right? So the tools you should explore is Hugging Face Auto Train, which is brilliant for you to play with fine tuning. Pinecone is something that you have to understand for you to understand vector databases better. OpenAI Embedding API, again, is the same framework of embedding large files of data so you can search, and also Llama Index. These are the tools that I will strongly recommend you to explore. And the projects that you should definitely do on this level, again, it will take you 3 months-ish for you to learn all of this if you learn it yourself. But very, very important. The foundations are extremely important for you guys to win in the game, right? And the projects you should definitely try to build is try to fine tune a model on Hugging Face Auto Train. It will give you a very good insight on how you can auto train or how you can fine tune models. 2, use Pinecone to build a search engine for documents. Download your whole Google Drive and upload this inside of this and build a model where it can read through the files inside and give you answers. And also, please experiment with RAGs, right? So essentially, this is level 2. What I believe level 1 and level 2 is essentially foundations of generative AI generalist. Here you're learning about things that you can do on top of generative AI. All right, that's what you do. On level 3 is where you jump. Right now, we've been confined with text and all that. Level 3 is where I will strongly recommend you guys to go deep into image and video creation. Now, you might be like, Vaibhav, I'm a leader with 25 years of experience. I don't need to know how to make a red color Jaguar car pink. Or I don't need to convert how to convert an image into a video. Guys, you don't need to, but you need to know the ability to solve problems for your team. Remember, forget about what you have done so far. If you want to be future paced, you have to be a generalist, AI generalist, and for that you need to get the full scope of things. And imagery, videos, and audios are very critical aspect of everyday lives of ours. This is rich media. This is more powerful than text. So everybody needs to learn this, and you need to know the ability or how to use these, at least even if you don't use it yourself. Right. So here you can explore tools like Stable Diffusion, Comfy UI, incredibly powerful platform, which is open source, ControlNet, Dream Booth, LoRa, DiffSinger, Splatting, Isgran, Runway MS, a bunch of tools that you have to explain, bunch of diffusion models that you have to play with to get a hang of what is good for what, which is the most important job of a generalist. Right. And then, of course, right, you can build some products on top of it, like an image generator, like coming up with creative copies for your own thing, or building a clone of you if you want to, or anybody's clone if you want to, and whatnot. That is level 3. Strongly recommend everyone to go into this. It's a lot of fun as well, by the way. And I believe everybody should know how to do this. This gives you the ability to create, and ability to create is one of the most powerful aspects of any human being out there. Finally, now that you have learned everything, it is now time to put things into action. So I think if you do level 1, level 2, level 3 in self-learning, it should not take you more than 9 months. Okay, you should be able to get a hang of all those things in like good 9-10 months. Now, level 4, level 5 is where you translate your learnings into real solutions for products, right? So here on level 4, you should deep dive into how to build AI agents. Today you saw an AI agent, Jerry, and people are asking, Webber, how did you build this? What tools did you use? And all of that. We basically use something called as Make, which you're going to learn in the next session, by the way. We'll touch base on Make for automation. And we used Relevance AI as the agentic tool. So here you can learn how to build AI agents, which can automate everything that you want in your lives. By the way, if you're wondering how this tool was built also, right? This is a multi-agent framework we built. There's a super agent which manages other AI agents. The super agent actually manages 3 different agents. One is an email agent, one is a calendar agent, one is a meeting agent. So I talk to the super agent via Slack. The super agent communicates with one more mini agent below it, gets the information done, and sends it back to me on Slack. So agents also has manager frameworks for it to be able to do a really good job. So tools that you can explore here is Relevance, LangChain, N8N. Incredible. And you can build a bunch of tools, like use LangChain to build agents that can perform advanced tasks and process data, or scrape information and do things in life when you are sleeping, or create workflows like building a executive assistant like this, right? This EA we built in like a couple of days, if I'm not wrong, right? And without writing a single line of code. So you can do all of this in level 4. Now, level 5 is where I believe agents building is extremely important, but having the ability to build solutions is also very important, according to me. Now, when we talk about solutions, I'm talking about internet products. Now you'll be like, Vaibhav, I don't know how to write a single line of code. How will I build products? Well, you don't need to. That's the beauty. Again, the level playing field that I'm talking about. Every person has the ability to write software right now. You just need to understand the basics, not write code, foundations of how technology works, front end, back end, how does it work, and everything around it. And then you let AI to do the job for you and let prompt engineering take over. So there are tools like Cursor AI, VO by Versal, Bubble, Superbase, Nexthought, Bolt.new, bunch of products with which you can build products without writing a single line of code. You need to know which model to use, how to write the right prompt. Do you use vector databases? Do you use RAGs here? What do you use here? Do you use a fine-tuned model? Those are the things that you need to know, right? But none of them need you to write a single line of code. And you can build full-fledged products. I know people who have built products and are making like hundreds of thousands of, like, crores of rupees every month using the products they have built without writing a single line of code. I know people like that. They are in India. I know people who are my friends who have done it. right?
Vaibhav,
So it's incredible. Yes.
I have another request. Since you spoke a lot about image and video and all of that, right?
Uh,
Would you also want to show how you're using how you're doing this on social media as well? Because I think that
yeah.
since we
I will.
have
I will.
a lot of
Good
founders.
idea. Good idea. I will. I will. No, but guys, I think the level 5 is where you actually build products. So explore the tools, Cursor AI, VO, Bubble, Superbase, Necthought. No need of single line of code, and start building chatbots, data processors, simple AI tools using all these technologies. You will get a hang of a lot. But let me tell you this, if you are able, and level 6 is essentially once you have learned everything, build an agent, build an app for sure, right? Go into your company, look for problems that your company has been trying to solve. Or if you are a founder, you have enough problems already. Go and try to solve those problems by building an agent and building a AI powered app. Guys, I'm telling you, you will thank me for life. Okay. You will thank me for life if you're able to do this, because the world as we know it is changing. And if you guys can stay ahead here, it's going to be incredible, right? So that is the roadmap. I believe we will share the full roadmap with you guys so that you get all the pointers, and you will, I know we are not giving you a recording. That's why I've asked the team to build the full roadmap deck and share it with you so that you guys can go and figure it out yourself as well. In fact, right now we're also collating a resource bank where you can go and read the blog articles, watch and all that to get hang of it. So to future proof yourself in this AI first world, I believe you have to master all the 5 levels and eventually build. But if you just take a step back, a lot of people might be like, Webhub, why? Why do I have to go through all of these things? Because when you go through all of these things, you get superpowers, which 99% of the people will not have for the next couple of years. When I tell you this, they will not have. And those superpowers are, you will have the power to think AI. Now that you have learned what are the large language models, what are the diffusion models out there, what is RAGs, what is a vector database, what is embedding, how to, the ability of tech. Now you have the power to think AI first. Now, if you won't believe, every time there's a problem inside of growth school, half of the team thinks AI first solutions because they're so much scalable, so much cheaper, and you can do it so better, much more efficient. So you get the power of thinking AI, which I think is incredible. Next, you get the power to build with AI. You're not only thinking AI, but using AI, you're building products. Today, using AI, we build the markdown prompting. In the same way, using AI, you will build full-fledged solutions, software products without writing a single line of code. The power of building is, I believe, the most powerful power out there. So you think, you build. The next thing is you have the power to automate with AI. Building is not enough. Anything repetitive, anything that is out there which can be automated. Checking emails is very basic. Getting your jobs done is very, like, anything that gets you repetitive stuff. You need to automate that stuff. And to like the next session that we have in like 40 minutes is going to be all about that. It's going to be incredible, right? You'll get a glimpse of that also, right? You have the power to automate. And finally, you have the power to network with AI. What do I mean by network with AI? You have to build your influence using AI. And Funny was just talking about how we are using AI to create content, right? So let me show you something. Just open my LinkedIn. Guys, on my LinkedIn, right? Look at this. In the last 7 days, I've got 6 million impressions on my content. 6 million people have seen my content in just 7 last days, in past 7 days. Okay. Now, what are these content pieces? This is what I called as influence, right? Let me show you this piece. TikTok is coming back to India. It's a video I made. 2 million people have seen this video. Okay. Let me play this video now for you.
Dance TikTok's parent TikTok is returning to India and what you should know about it. In 2020, TikTok lost 200 million Indian users overnight. But now, ByteDance, TikTok's parent company, is making strategic moves. They are in talks with Indian companies, not Chinese ones. They're building new data centers in India. But here's what most people missed. When TikTok left,
you see, I make videos like this on incredible pieces of content. For example, I'll show you more. This is the Mukesh Ambani trying heads on Elon Musk. 1 million views, right? MIT is making education for free. 3,000 liked it. 2 million views again, right? This is about South Korea. 800,000 views. This is how I got 6 million views in just 7 days. Now, here is the crazy part, right? Here is the absolute crazy part. The whole video including the topic idea, the script for the video, the audio that you hear in the video, and also me speaking in that video is AI. It's not me. The idea, the script, the voice, and also the video. That is not me in the video, guys. That is AI. Let me play the video again right now.
South Korea just shocked the world by filling 10% of all jobs with robots. That's more robots than most countries have IT workers. But then something crazy happened. Indian engineers started making more money because of this. The same jobs that millions of Indians do. South Korean robots are learning to code, debug, and handle customer service. But wait, plot twist. While everyone's panicking, smart Indians can actually make money from this. How? Korean companies are desperately hiring.
So guys, I don't want to go through all of this right now, but you guys can see, this is what I mean by power to network with AI. When you have the ability to create, how did we create this? Again, these are basically AI models that we have created. We have trained a lot of my information, a lot of my old video footage, a lot of my audio, and built a model which can talk like me, and built a model which can say anything that I want. We built like 10 different AI clones of mine, and they create content for me. I don't do anything. Right now, there's only one part which is human or manual, and that is the editing part of it. Now, this is what I mean by network with AI. I'm not even doing anything. My content is getting created in the backend, and the content is going out and it's creating millions of views, and millions of people are able to get influence because of me. And I'm expanding my network, and AI can do this. Without, again, can I do this without being an AI generalist? Very hard, because I have to learn how to build these models, how to train them, how to fine tune them, how to get the output I want. Audio, video, everything, scripts, everything has a lot of AI. And I believe I'm an AI generalist. A lot of people in my team are AI generalists today. And that is why we're able to do stuff like this. You saw an AI assistant, you saw content using AI. These are the superpowers I think everyone needs to have. And we are also getting there slowly, right? So these are the superpowers that I'm talking about. And in fact, Sam Altman, right, in one of the videos said that, he said, very soon we will see one people unicorn companies or billion-dollar companies. One person will be running a billion-dollar company with a bunch of AI agents. And it is possible. I'll send you the link. I'll ask the team to send this link of this fascinating podcast with Sam Altman, who is the founder of OpenAI. The world, as we know, is changing. So please go and win, because you have every right to win. You guys are already here. You have every right to win. Guys, I've given you the full roadmap. There are two parts that you can take from here, right? One, learn it yourself. And yes, you can learn it yourself. It might take you 12 to 15 months max. If you give it like good amount of time to self-learn, you will be able to get there. I believe so, because we have got there. I spent half of my time today on learning only, right? We have shared the roadmap with you, but I'll ask the team to share it with you again. You can do it absolutely yourself. For a few people who want us to help, Growth School to help, we have built an incredible program, which is a 6-month program to help you to become the top 1% in the AI first world. And we call it the AI Generalist Fellowship. There is nothing like this on the internet. Even if you Google, you will not find a program like this, because it doesn't exist. We have always been the pioneers of coming up with future-paced things and helping people out. We started the AI workshop 2 years back, right after ChatGPT came in, because the moment it came, we knew it's going to change everything. And today we are also the first in the world maybe to launch the AI Generalist program. And you guys, if you're listening to this, you have the opportunity to be part of the first cohort ever of this, which is starting in Jan. Okay. Now, what is this AI Generalist 6-month program? Here's a place where you learn from the leaders of the space, a place where you'll meet fellow disruptors and build a network for life, and a place where you learn by actually building every single month. Okay. And this program is definitely not for you. If you're like, I'm just going to listen and I'm going to chill, not interested in collaborating, don't be part of this program. If you can't commit, I would say 5 to 10 hours a week for the next 6 months, you should not commit to this program. Because if you can't give 10 hours of your time a week, that is 2 hours a day, 1.5 hours a day, you will not be able to get to that point. The idea here is to make you the top 1% in this program. Or if you are a student who are like, I want a degree or I want a job for this, and I want a job guarantee program and stuff like that, stay away from the program, right? This is not for you. Now, you will be learning from the best people in the AI space, like Sandeep, Sagar, Priyanku, Manish. These are some of the best cutting edge people out there. Gene, who heads AI products for Envision Pharma. Chris Butler, who's the PM at Git. Docker, PM, Francisco, Nikki. People from all over the world are going to come and teach you from the best of the companies out there, including our team, of course, will be around to teach you to truly become an AI generalist. And we have a bunch of guest masterclasses as well. The highlights of the program is we have designed this program in a way that you're not only learning but doing. So every week you will do something and you'll get better every week. You'll only learn from the best. And what I'm most excited about is the community. There are very few people in the world who are going to be gearing up to become AI journalists because most of the people don't realize it. You'll see most of the people still think ChatGPT and AI is basically a tool to generate text and they can't be more long. And I can't complain because it's in such a nascent stage, people don't understand and people are not naturally curious. But I think it is a defining time in the world that we live in. That I've never been more excited about anything in my life than the space that we are in right now. Right. And the community will play an incredible place where you'll get access to the life and, of course, all the peers that you'll build with. Guys, here is the complete structure of the program. It's a 6-month online program. It's all happening online, but we start with a 2-day offline induction. The 2-day offline induction will happen in Bangalore. It's happening in Jan 11th or 12th for the first cohort. I'll talk more about it, where you come together not to do anything, but just to mingle, learn with each other. There'll be sessions and whatnot, and you'll have a lot of fun. You'll get to know your new community of people, right? And then phase 1 is hands-on learning, where for the first 5 months, we will learn and do micro projects. And phase 2, towards the end, is where we build a full-fledged product on AI app or an AI agent that you want to pick. So by the end of 6 months, the idea is for you guys to become truly AI generalists. And finally, the phase 3, after the end of the cohort, once or twice a year, we will do something called as demo day, where you will come to Bangalore again to present your ideas in front of 500 live audience and 1 lakh people online watching you guys, and you will present your ideas. Great way to stand in front of the world, right? This is how the whole program is designed. In the 2-day offline induction, you will listen to the best founders out there who are building AI products and whatnot. You'll hear from venture capitalists and whatnot, so that you get a much broader perspective, and a few AI generalists as well. We'll do a lot of fun activities. The idea of the 2-day offline induction is for us to know each other, understand problems, make 200 friends all outright, right? That's the idea of the event. And that's what we will do. And that's why we do it offline. And we also do a ideathon/hackathon, where all of us put in teams will build something together, right? By the way, the crazy news is the first cohort's offline induction in January also ends with a crazy induction party, because it's not all work, right? Towards the end, we go out for food and drinks and party and chill as well. So this is the 2-day event that we start with, which is happening in Jan. And the first cohort's first induction event is happening in Google HQ in Bangalore. So Google is hosting us. 2 days you will be spending inside of the Google headquarters, learning and doing and everything around it. Obviously, you can't stay there. You have to take care of your flights and hotel and stay here. That is something you have to take care of. But all your food and everything we will take care of. But the event is happening inside of Google. When we shared about what we are building, the folks at Google, they were like, guys, this is super exciting. We want to be part of this. And they basically are hosting the whole thing in the Google HQ Bangalore, which is crazy, unheard of. And that's happening right there. We are also very excited. I think Jan 12th or 13th is the induction happening. And that's where we are. Let me talk about the fees right now. And before I get to the fee, right, I'll give you 2 things. If you guys are wondering, Webhub, oh, just like in the workshop, you're going to share a payment link and we have to pay. Nope, that's not going to happen. Mastermind, I wanted access to as many people as possible, right? But AI generalist program, especially the cohort 1, we wanted to keep it extremely, extremely exclusive. So you cannot pay and join the program, okay? We want to see that you have the ability to win. So we are selecting people one-on-one. So you have to apply for the program, book an interview call with our team. In the interview call, the team will talk to you, understand if you're the right fit for the program. If you are, then you'll be sent an acceptance. Based on what we have done in the last 2.5 months, we have interviewed more than, I think, 2,800 people. Okay. 2,800, 2,900 people we have interviewed, and we have only selected about 144-ish people from India Internationally, there are about 30 more people from there. So overall, I think we are left with 17 or 18 seats for the cohort number 1. And cohort 2, we don't know when it will happen, probably after 6 months, and everything is going to change. So there is no way for you to buy into this program. I wanted to make it very, very clear, right? So the cost of the program, we have priced it at 3 lakhs for the whole 6-month program, or $6,000 if you're not in India, 5 months of learning, 1 month of networking, and lifetime access to the community. But because for all the people who will be part of the cohort 1, that is, if you get selected and become part of the cohort 1, you guys, we are giving like a flat 50% scholarship based on eligibility criteria, because we want it to be accessible. It's the first cohort. We also know that we'll make some mistakes, and we wanted to make it extremely special. So we are only selecting people based on this criteria. So by default, you get the program for 1.5 lakhs, which I feel is an absolute no-brainer. But again, that's also the reason why nobody can pay for it. You have to get selected, because I know if I share the payment link, a lot of people will buy in. I don't want it. We are being extremely selective. And a bunch of scholarship criteria. All you have to do is, my team has shared the Calendly link in the chat. You have to open the Calendly link and book a time. Again, right? Schedule one-on-one interview. If you're selected, then you will be like, if you're selected in the interview, then you'll be given a 50% scholarship, because if you're part of the cohort number 1, if you want to join the cohort 2, there will be no scholarship anymore. We might do some 30-40K, but not more than that, because it doesn't make sense. Very expensive to run the program, actually, right? And you get an acceptance letter. Right now, 80% of the people don't get the acceptance letter, because we feel that you're not a fit into the program yet. There are a lot of eligibility criteria that we can talk about later, not right now. But that's essentially what you have to do. And like I said, we are only taking selected candidates. So guys, if you click on the link, you can see 2 slots fundamentally, tomorrow and day after. It's an Indian Standard Time. You have to block out 40 minutes of your time, right? And you can open any of the click on any of the dates. You will find a lot of slots. You can book any of them, let's say 2 p.m. Enter your name, enter your email, enter your phone number, which industry you come with, very important. How many years of experience do you have? And if possible, share your LinkedIn profile as well, so that people who are interviewing you can have a look at you before that, right? And then you can schedule an event. Make sure you show up. Okay. Once you book a call, make sure you show up. Because I'll tell you one more thing why these interviews are extremely cool, right? You get a chance to speak with people who are building AI stuff today. Everyone who's doing our interviews are essentially driving towards AI generalists, right? These are people inside of growth school who have spent a lot of time, have learned how to use AI, how to build with AI. So it's a great chance for you to talk with these very credible people. We also have our head of product part of it, head of business part of it. A lot of senior people are also taking it. A lot of AI researchers inside of growth school are taking these interviews as well. So we have about 6-7 people who have been very, very deep into AI right now taking these interviews. So it's a great opportunity for you guys to have a chat with them as well. By the way, the booking an interview is completely free of cost, right? But one thing is, your time is not free, neither is ours. So if you're booking an interview, make sure you show up. If you don't show up, because you'll be wasting a lot of time of people who are very expensive, we will not allow you to rebook again. And that should be a rejection, right? So make sure you do that. And one more thing that I wanted to say before we jump into Q&A is that for all, because we wanted more women participation to come in, we are doing an extra 10K scholarship just for women, right? If you so women, girls, females, if you apply and if you get selected, your effective price will be 1.4 lakhs and not 1.5 lakhs, because we wanted to bring in more diversity into the cohort, and that's why we're giving an extra scholarship there as well. So guys, that's what I wanted to talk about very quickly. So go ahead. There are a bunch of learners. By the way, I don't know if I told you, the people from 19 different countries will be part of this cohort. There are few people flying from US, Germany, and whatnot to attend the session. Few people are not able to, but the people from all over the world with all the varied experiences, CXOs, head of X's, people with 10, 15, 20 years of experience, people joining from billion-dollar companies. It's going to be an incredible set of people. We have tried to curate it really, really well. So there's some crazy people joining in from all over the world, right? So the network that you will build will be a network of, I think, 17 or 18 different countries. And not just Indians, but people from locals there as well. A lot of people are joining and also attending as well, right? With that being said, I wanted to jump into the Q&A right now, right? But again, right, a final quick heads up, guys. Make sure you go and block your interview if you guys are keen. I think And don't be like, how do I put it? Don't take it negatively if you guys don't get accepted into the first cohort, because like I said, we only have like 14. I don't even know, Funny can tell you how many seats are left for the first cohort. And after that, sometimes we also look if you have the right intent, if you would actually win if you join the program, if you actually have the intent to finish the program so that you can drive a change, because the idea here is to bring people who can drive an impact so that these guys go and win. If they win, growth school will win. And that's why we've been extremely selective here. So please don't take offense if you don't get selected when you book an interview. In case if you don't get selected, we are trying to build a resource bank, which we'll share with you so that you can start leveling up so that you're ready for the next cohort, at least, if not this one. Right? With that being said, I have been blabbering for like so long. So I will take a quick 5-minute break. And once I come back, I will start taking your questions. My team has shared a Google form with you guys. Feel free to drop any questions that you've had during the session. When the session, like whatever we have covered so far, anything, any question on roadmap, anything, any question on custom GPT or anything, a lot of people have dropped chats here. Drop them there. Try it. I mean, and if you have any questions on the program, also, I would prefer, just book an interview and just take it up. You can ask your questions there also. There's not a lot of questions to be answered about the program right now. I don't want to spend a lot of time talking about the program either, right? But still, if there is something really burning, put them up. I will try to answer a few of them, but I want to majorly focus on clearing your doubts right now in the Q&A, right? If you have more questions on the program, you can absolutely stay till the end, or ask my team in the chat on Slack as well. They'll help you out. And also, the reason why we made the interview free of cost is so that either you want to see, there are two kinds of people, right? They believe that AI is the future, and they believe that AI is not the future. If you know AI is the future, then only you think this is the right thing to do. In people who believe AI is the future, there are two kinds of people. People who have the luxury of time to be able to learn themselves, which is great, I feel, or people who want someone like us to teach them so that you guys can get there quickly. These. If your problem, I mean, solution framework is as simple as this: yes, I believe in AI being the future and AI generalist being a crazy role, and I need to level up. And yes, I need help of growth school. Then book an interview. We'll take it up from there. We'll take all the questions there. Let's focus on the Q&A, answering doubts of you. That is what I want to do. With that being said, Funny, take over for 5 minutes. I'll take a quick break. I'll come back in like 3-4 minutes, and I will start taking all the questions. Funny has something very cool to show you guys as well. So make sure you hear, not show you, but make you hear something. So make sure you do that as well. And also use this time to block your interviews. I don't know how many slots are left. Funny, over to you.
Yes, thank you so much, Webher. Folks, just reiterating, there are two links that have been dropped on the chat box. One is a link that will help you book the 1v1 interview with our team. And the second link is where you can drop in your questions. And what I am going to do while all of you, we are getting a lot of bookings on the go. So make sure that if this is something that you are finding valuable, make sure you book your interview slot before the slots even run out, and you can drop all of your questions on the other link. And while people do that, we have almost covered 70% of this entire mastermind. There is one more session that we will get to after lunch break. I'll talk about the lunch break and all of that after the Q&A, because there is a breakout activity also that everyone will be participating in right after the Q&A section. But since we have all completed 70% of the mastermind, I created something for you, which is a song to kind of congratulate all of you. I want all of you to listen to that, and by the time the song gets over, Vaibhav will also be back and we will get started with the Q&A. So let me quickly share my screen. I'll also put a timer. So all of you, while you listen to the song, while the timer runs out, timer is going to be for 5 minutes. While we take this quick break, book your interview slot and drop in your questions. Let's fill up the form with all the questions that we have, and think about questions that you want to ask Vaibhav about custom GPTs and the use cases around that. Of course, if there are any program related questions, we'll spend a couple of minutes taking those, but we would want to address all of the program related questions in the interviews, right? So let me quickly go ahead and share this song now. Give me a second. I'm sharing my screen. And I hope all of you like what I created for everyone. Okay, I will play the timer. I'll have to share my sound as well, right? Okay.
From dusk to dawn, we gathered here. 2 days of knowledge, crystal clear. 16 hours spent with AI's might. Growth school warriors taking flight.
Battles of code we faced and won. Underneath the learning sun, algorithms dance in our minds. Unlock the future left behind.
Mastermind champions rise up high. Growth school heroes touch the sky. 2-day journey now complete. AI wizards can't be beat.
In every bite we found the spark, illuminating in the dark. Questions asked and insights earned, limitations overturned. Together we march through the grind, expanding every curious mind. Innovation in our sight, mastermind legends shine so bright.
The novels of code, victors bold. Our AI tales have been told. Loud and crisp, our voices soar, celebrating what we explore.
Battles of code we faced and won. Underneath the learning sun, algorithms dance in our minds. Unlock the future left behind.
Mastermind champions rise up high. Growth school heroes touch the sky. 2-day journey now complete. AI wizards can't be beat.
In every bite we found the spark, illuminating in the dark. Questions asked and insights earned, limitations overturned. In every bite we found the spark, illuminating in the dark. Questions asked and insights earned, limitations overturned.
In every bite we found the spark. Growth school heroes touch the sky.
Growth school heroes touch the sky, be beat behind.
Awesome. So that's the song that we created. And of course, it was created with AI. There is a very cool tool called Suno.ai. If you have never used it. Folks on camera, did you like that song? Show me a thumbs up if you liked it. That was something that we wanted to dedicate to all of you because we have completed 70% of the mastermind and there's 30% more that we will be covering after the lunch break. But all right, let me actually stop sharing my screen right now at this point of time and take a look at the questions that all of you have been asking so that we can jump into the Q&A. But here's what we are going to be doing. We are going to take questions for the next 10 to 15 minutes. 10 to 15 minutes we'll take questions and then we will go into breakout rooms. Breakout rooms will run for around 10-15 minutes for all of you to get hands-on exposure in terms of building your custom GPTs with Agentive Hub. And post that, we will be breaking for lunch. I'll give you all of those timelines once we are done with the Q&A. I can see that Vaibhav is back. We will take a look at the questions and we'll start answering those.
All right, all right. I just opened the form. Okay. Guys, there are like 100 questions. Like, I love it. I mean, I like the fact that there are 100 questions also. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the questions that have been asked over and over again multiple times. So I'm very engraved into everything around ChatGPT. So I'm going to just use ChatGPT to do that for me, to help me prioritize these questions. Okay. So I'll say prioritize these questions based on what's been asked the most number of times and try to consolidate them if possible. So basically, there are 100 questions. I'm sure a lot of people have same questions. So I just copied all your questions of the Q&A that has come in. There you go, 105 questions. I've just copied. I pasted. And this is essentially how we use AI everywhere, right? So it is part of everything that I do today, right? So there you go. All right. And you see this, the questions that are asked the most have come right in the top. And here we go. All right, all right. So here are, looks like most of the questions are about the program. Okay, let me take like 2 minutes. Let's come to the program questions towards the end. Okay, let's come to the program questions towards the end. Let's get into these because there are a bunch of questions here as well. All right, custom GPT and AI applications. Can GPT be customized to refer to specific data sets, research papers, and contracts? Yes, it can. For that, you need to use AI Playground, OpenAI Playground to build a GPT there. By the way, if you're wondering, wait, Playground has custom GPT? Yes, it does. Let me show you what is that. So you guys must have played with Playground yesterday, right? But in chat, if there is something called as assistants. So assistants is a playground for building GPTs. You can build it here and connect this to external databases as well. So you can do that using something called as JSONs. But yeah, using functions, you can connect it and pull information from different sources if you want to. Can I use GPT in areas like finance, stock trading, programming, or you can use it anywhere and everywhere you want? Can custom GPT be deployed in platforms like website, WhatsApp, and mobile apps? Yes, you can. This is essentially how you convert a GPT into an agent. Advanced topic. That's what I covered in AI Generalist framework as well, right? But yes, you can do it. But deploying the website part, I taught you already using Agentive Hub. If it is very simple, you can do that using Agentive Hub only. But WhatsApp and mobile apps, you have to learn a little. It's not there yet. Agent development. How can I integrate agents into existing workflows? Like I said, guys, like on the framework, on the rundown that I gave you of levels, in the level 4, I think in level 4, we spoke about tools like N8N, LangChain, Relevance AI, Make, and Zapier. These are the tools that you need to master to be able to communicate and connect anything and everything you want. What are the cost and optimizations used in agents for real time? See, the Jerry thing is costing me, I think, $2 a month, 100 rupees a month. That is the cost. And full-time executive assistant cost was 2 lakhs a month, a minimum for a good EA. So yeah, it's in dollars. Like it's in, and it's all OpenAI API cost that you're paying, which is not a lot. Like $2, $3. Like personal use, it's not going to be big. Of course, if you're using across teams and thousands of messages are being sent to it, it will cost more, but nothing as much as a human can. In one human cost, you can get like 100 agents done. Right. So yeah. How can AI tools be used in field of education? Yeah, very, very broad. How can you use AI in education, rural development, stock market, and all of this? Here, right? It is very simple for you guys to do one thing, that is go to Perplexity and ask these questions. Vague, I mean, very broad questions, right? It'll give you much more detailed answers than my thoughts, is what I believe. What tools can assist in creating GPTs for specific? It is the tools don't change, guys. That's the whole point. There are no specialized tools for industries. It is the same tool. It's about how you make it. See, everybody, it's like everybody knows how to write, how to send an email on Gmail. All right. The ability of you sending a great cold email changes your opportunities. It's the same. The tool is same for everyone, for no matter what you want to do.
Vaibhav, just as you cover questions, right? One thing I just want to announce for everyone, folks, we will go for lunch after this Q&A and after all of us practice, but that does not mean that you cannot have lunch on the call as well. So in case someone is hungry, would highly recommend you to, grab your lunch as the Q&A is going on so that you utilize that time as well.
Strongly recommend running lunches, guys, working lunches. Grab your food, turn your cameras on, show us what you're eating. It's all fine. Right? But let's optimize the time and try to learn as much as possible on the go. So today, right, I was supposed to finish it 30 minutes before, but then my team was like, Web of Q&A bot bhi sikhao. People will like it. I was like, okay. And I added that. And then people was like, my team was like, let's also teach them presentations. So I ended up teaching more things. As a result, it took slightly longer. Right. But please have your working lunches. I would be very happy. I can't eat because I can't speak when I'm eating, but you are not speaking. So please go ahead. Okay. Let me jump into a few questions of the program as well, and then we'll come back. What is the schedule and timings for online and offline modules? Guys, the online modules are happening only on, what are the dates? Funny, can you tell me the dates? I keep forgetting. For the offline induction?
11th and 12th, Vaibhav.
11th and 12th January, which is a Saturday and Sunday, that's happening in Bangalore. Of course, right? If you guys get selected, that's why we want to do it faster so that you have the time to book your flights or stay and everything as well. But sorry, there are only like 14, 15 seats left. So please don't take us wrong if you don't make it this time. Okay. With that being said, it's happening in Google HQ in Bangalore. There'll be a lot of Google team also out there to teach you stuff. It's crazy what's going to happen there. I don't think anything like this has happened before in the country, right? Where a brand like Google is kind of helping us to do the event. But that is the online, offline part of it. After that, everything is online. And whatever online sessions are going to happen, right, are either going to happen on weekends. And basically, one more thing that you need to know is there are people from 14 or 15 different countries joining in. So the time zone that we have picked up is after 7 p.m. So that it works for people in the US as well. It works for people in Germany as well, people in Australia as well, and people in India as well. Weekends, 7 p.m. ish is when the sessions will happen. Weekdays also, if there are sessions where it can be, you will have office hours because we want to do hand holding. So we are planning to do office hours almost every other day, where for 2 hours, mentors will be there just to clear your doubts. You can come in, get your doubts solved and all of that. All those things will happen post 7 p.m. on a weekday as well. And in case if you can't attend anything, we will make sure that you're getting the recordings, unlike Mastermind. Right there, because it's a 6-month program, we understand. Sometimes you might be late, you might get missed out. So that's going to happen. Don't worry, we'll take care. How does program accommodate international participants in different? I just answered this question. The time zone that we're doing is 7 p.m. IST, which also with in PST, it is 9:30 a.m. And it kind of works for every time zone because even growth school also we do for different countries, right? The mastermind also, this is the India variation that you're attending. People from outside India attend the mastermind. They pay $500 for that, which is about 40,000 rupees for the same experience you're going through right now. And that also we do where people from different countries join in. And we do that mastermind also at 7:30 p.m. Right? So that is what we do. Are the sessions live, recorded, or self-paced? Most of the sessions are live. We will give you reading material though, right? But there is about 6 hours of live session that will happen per week. Is there a detailed curriculum available? Great question. The answer is no, and I'll tell you why. We created one curriculum 1.5 months back. It is already outdated. So what do? Do we give you a curriculum which will get outdated by the time we launch? Then we realize, screw it. We will build the program on the go based on what's happening in the market then. High level framework is this. I gave you the roadmap. That is a high level framework. Do I need prior coding experience? No, you don't need to. Is there an eligibility criteria for the interview? Funny, do you want to quickly talk about these two questions? Eligibility criteria and what are we judging during the interview process?
Yes, yes. So folks, Vaibhav already mentioned the number of people that we had to interview through this process, but the number of people that we actually selected, right? So primarily what we are looking at through these calls is what are some of the use cases that you are able to think of? Because, now that you have attended the mastermind, one power that should have already unlocked for you is the power to think like an AI generalist. So as long as you are able to think like that and you have that intent to learn all of this for 6 months in the program, that is what we're truly looking at. And the reason why we have this interviewed approach is so that we are able to drive a very collective way of learning, like collaborative way of learning is how this whole cohort would be running. And that is the reason why we want to select the people with the highest intent to come in. And of course, we have spoken to a few people for whom we felt that there is enough time that they can spend all by themselves, right? That might take a couple of years for them to learn, but that is fine for them, considering that they are students, and that is why we did not take them into the program as well. So this is essentially what we will be talking about inside the interviews as well.
Essentially, we want people who can take value and add value back. Simple. And who can actually build things which has a potential to change the way we operate. We want builders, makers with the right mindset, irrespective of we are trying to get people with multiple experience and multiple industries as well. So that the collation of those 200 people who come in for the first cohort is so valuable. Guys, the most powerful thing about a great Stanford, Harvard, or a IIM is not what you study actually, but actually the network that you build. Everybody who has gone through a good school knows this. Now, this is the new network. This is the AI generalist network who can solve problems with you. So we want that network to be very closely knit, very tight, and most importantly, right? That's why we do the offline in the starting, offline in the end as well, because I feel this is going to be a new class of people that you're gonna solve problems together with. So that is the mix that we're trying to do.
And also, Vaibhav, just to mention, so like we already said, this is the last cycle of admissions for this particular cohort, right? And currently, if I have to tell you the average work experience of the people who have gotten selected for the cohort, it's about 13 to 16 years. So people have so many years of experience in multiple domains like marketing. Some of them are directors, some of them have been running businesses, business strategists, and all of that. But they have one intent to do this cohort, and that intent is to now become an AI generalist. Right. So that is the reason why it becomes very important for us to choose the right set of people also, because everybody expects a lot of value from this community as well.
Brilliant. All right, let's jump into more questions that have come in. How do I learn to use tools like Claude AI, Perplexity, ChatGPT effectively? I'll tell you, when it comes to these tools, right? The best form of learning is by experimenting and playing with it. There is nothing better you can do here. Go play with tools, try to solve problems. That is fundamentally how I learned, because you will not get content for your problems. Let me tell you that. You have to experiment. That's why knowing the frameworks, there was a reason why we taught you prompting. There's a reason why I showed you how I'm solving problems. And all the problems that I faced today, I've not solved them before. I'm solving it for the first time right in front of you. Because that is the ability for you to build, right? That is how you can use them. The best way to learn these tools is by actually practicing and trying to solve problems. Are free tools for experimenting before AI is committed to paid options? Yes, each of these tools have free versions. How do you use APIs effectively with platforms like OpenAI, Playground, Agentive Hub? Like, there is nothing called as effective. If you're talking about how do you do cost optimizations revolves around how well you write the prompt. That is basically what you do. Can AI agents work with real-time data with large system? Yes, they can. For example, real-time data. For example, if you look at my calendar, sending email, pulling out my recordings, it is all real-time information that it is fetching, right? So it can. How does the program ensure data privacy when using AI tools? The program, if you're talking about which program, if you're talking about AI generalist program, we're not going to teach you anything that is going to invade data privacy, right? So don't worry about it. If your question is more on how is AI kind of solving for it, I think it's a work in progress. Can custom GPT store reuse the data securely? No, they don't. They can't reuse data securely. Don't worry about it. How can professionals like product managers, finance expert, and general managers use AI for career advancement? No matter who you are, if your job revolves around internet, if your job revolves around computer, if your job revolves around data, AI is gonna be deep neck into all of this. Let me tell you one more thing. We were just joking around, right? I think the safest jobs in the world are the ones like plumbers, carpenters, and all, because robotics for it to get to that level will take 10 years maybe. I know Tesla is making Optimus Prime and whatnot, right? And Reliance is also making its own humanoids, but it'll take you 5, 6, 10 years to get there. But AI is already there. How does fellowship help non-tech backgrounds? Yeah, like I said, right? It helps you to think AI first. It helps you to solve AI first, and every career will have it. Generalist versus specialist. Why should I become a generalist rather than focusing on one domain? Stock trading, content creation. Stock trading, content creation is not specialization. What you do inside of stock trading is generalization and specialization. What you do inside of content creation is generalization and specialization. Okay. Let me come back to this now. What is the cost of the program? Like I said, the price of the program is 3 lakhs, but we are giving 50% scholarship if you get selected for the first scholarship, first cohort. Are there installment plans? Yes, there are. If you get selected, the team will help you. Can I join through an internship or alternative way if I can't afford the fee? Sadly, for the cohort one right now, there's a lot of cost involved to run these cohorts. We can't do more than this. We are doing basically neck to neck right now. You'll see this program be priced at 5 lakhs in 6 months from now, and you'll see that happening. Will session recordings be available? Yes. Will participant receive transcripts and free resources from the, not the transcripts, but you'll get the recordings. of the session. Do we get a certificate upon completion? Yes. By which brand? If you're talking, if you want to get an IIM certificate or a Stanford certificate, I don't know what will you do of it. You'll get a AI fellowship certificate. What are the job opportunities or career benefits after completing the program? Like I said, guys, like it is, I believe, is the future of everything. If you go and search for, are there any AI generalist jobs out there on LinkedIn or Naukri, you'll not find any, right? Because nobody knows what to call them. That is how future paced this is. Like you are in the beginning of something that's happening, but I've spoken to so many founders out there. This will become an absolute mandatory thing in 3 years from now. And for the next 1-2 years, this will become an absolute unfair advantage. Like absolute unfair advantage for people with the skill set. It's going to be crazy. Right. So that is what it is. And I've spoken to a lot of founders, a lot of roles will open up as well. Okay, key highlights. How to create tools like automated email assistant chatbots or applications. I told you Relevance AI, N8N, LangChain, Lindy, bunch of tools you can use. Language support. Can ChatGPT support Hindi, Telugu, and others? I think few of the languages it's decent at. There are more large language models like Krutrim is building from India, which can support a lot more languages. Right? It's on. It's people. I mean, I think there are right now. Right, most of the focus has been on building very hyper large language models with billions of parameters. Now, a lot of companies are building localized large language models, fine-tuned for languages and fine-tuned for different things. So that is coming up right now, but I think Hindi and also ChatGPT can do. How does AI tackle challenge of energy consumption, privacy, and inclusion of rural populations? It's a very good question, and here's my answer, right? Do I have answer to this question? No, I don't. I can tell you things that I've read, but it's of no use. You see, for the first time, I don't know since when, all the biggest billionaires of the world have come back to work. For example, I was watching a podcast with Jeff Bezos yesterday. Okay. There's this beautiful video by New York Times. They did something called as Deal Share or Deal Sheet, some conference where there was Sam Altman and, Elon didn't make it this time, but other people. And there was Jeff Bezos. We have not seen Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos has retired 2 years, 3 years back. He said, boss, I'm retiring. I'm going to just do Blue Origin, the space thing, right? And yesterday, all of a sudden, he's on the podcast. I was like, what the hell? I've not heard Jeff speak for so long. I was watching that and he was like, bro, I'm back from retirement. I'm working on Amazon. AI is too exciting and it's life-changing. I have to be on it. And you will hear the Zoom CEO saying. Zoom CEO also kind of was like, I'm done, retired. I don't have to be part of this. The business can be run. The same Zoom CEO, I think Eric Wan or something, I forgot his name. He's back as well building on AI. Like you'll see Bill Gates talking about it and he's like, I'm spending a lot of time on it. So there is this for the first time, at least in my 30 years of living, right? I've seen all the big people coming back from retirement saying this is too big for not to be part of, right? People have made billions of dollars are coming back and being part of it and being kids fighting and whatnot, right? Because world as we know it is fundamentally changing and people have realized it. Right. So, and all these large people will figure out the right thing to be done. So they will solve privacy issues. They will solve these problems of, hey, the world is going to be taken over by AI and all of that. Let us not worry about those things is what I feel. Let us worry about things which are going to be important for us. Right. And those are the ones that we will figure out on. Okay. Actually, right. One thing that I completely missed is do you guys want to see, we already did one demo day. Right? It's a 1-minute video. Let me play. I think you guys will find it very cool. So I told you, right, about the program. It starts with a 2-day offline induction. The program happens and once every 6 months, we do a demo day, which happens in real in Bangalore, where you will demonstrate the products that you have built. It will be watched by 500 people live in the auditorium and it will be like telecasted to like 100,000 people on social. Check this out. And funny, I think after this, we can jump into the, pretty much all the questions are taken. We can jump into the activity.
Yeah.
Audible? Audible? Okay.
this writer's block with an AI-powered tool, Writer's Blockbuster.
And let's try to build this out without having to code. And let's use AI for that.
What I'm gonna show you is a 1 week effort.
You are saying that you built an HRMS platform in 1 week.
Yes.
How many of you felt that you could actually use it? Love it.
I am a person with a mechanical background, with no code experience. The tools which they initially brought about for training was something which a normal guy like me could actually handle. And all the mentors, they have been very, very, very helpful.
Which teams right now of the demos that you saw, you feel is winning? By the way, the ratings are always very surprising.
Yep. So that is that. Like I said, we did a IRL event a few months back where we had like people flying from all over the country that built products after learning. We did like a different program just for building part of it, and a lot of people build stuff. And now that has translated into the AI generalist right now. Super excited. Block your interviews if you're keen. Even if you are not blocking, please get started with the journey of building. With that being said, we have learned a lot of things today. I want you guys to execute them. Please make sure that you're part of the breakout rooms, right? Learn things, extremely, extremely important. Make sure you learn things and execute them and have a working lunch. With that being said, thank you very much, guys, for giving your time. I hope you guys learned a lot of things today. Over to you, Funny.
Vaibhav, there is one thing that I would want you to see before we get into the breakout room. So there is one tradition that we have been practicing ever since we started this mastermind, this batch of the mastermind, right? So I'm going to share my screen. Folks, you all know what we should be doing. I'm just sharing my screen to pull up my screen. Awesome. And this is a way in which we have been showing gratitude to all of the mentors who have been coming and teaching us, and the same applies to you as well.
Nice.
Awesome. Awesome. All right, folks, let's all show the love that we have for all of the learnings that he has provided through this session. And while all of you do that, our team is also dropping in the workbook link on the chat box. And for this particular activity that we are going to be doing, we will also be sharing.
Thank you, guys.
Wow, Slack is booming now. Okay. Weber will be hanging around so that he can also be a part of the breakout rooms and see what all of you are doing. But let me quickly share. Just a second. The Slack pings. Okay. So we are going to be sharing the workbook link on the chat box. It's on the chat box right now. But what I want to ask all of you before we get into the breakout rooms is, in the breakout room, we want you to use this tool called Agentive Hub. And someone was asking on the chat box if we can do it on ChatGPT, if we can make custom GPTs, why use another platform? The reason being, Agentive Hub is free. You don't need to take the paid version. But on ChatGPT, if you want to build a custom GPT, you need the paid account of ChatGPT to be able to build custom GPTs. And the other advantage of using Agentive Hub is that you will be able to publish your bot. Whatever custom bot that you're building, you will be able to publish it, just like how you published the web app that you made on Claude yesterday, right? And once you publish it, you will be able to integrate it onto your website or whatever that is, wherever you want to integrate it by taking the API key, which is not possible with custom GPTs. And that is the reason why Agentive Hub is slightly more powerful when it comes to this, right? What I want to ask all of you is, do you want me to give you a demo of how you can go about building this? Because Vaibhav already showed it, but in case people have not grasped it, okay, yes means you want a demo right now, and no means you do not want a demo, and you can go ahead and apply it. I see a lot of yeses coming in. So what I'll do is, I will turn the chat box off once again. And I'll quickly show you what you should be doing inside of the breakout rooms. The chat is off. Our team is going to be dropping in the workbook link here. I'll also open the workbook on my end so that I'm able to show you all how the instructions are set up for this particular activity. I can see people having their lunch on call. That is amazing. We did slightly stretch today. The reason being we asked Vaibhav to cover one other concept today, like he mentioned. But I hope, that inconvenience is not like, I mean, that is something that all of you are able to take. The reason is this is a one-time learning experience that all of you are a part of. So make sure you're participating in the breakout rooms as well. I'm going to be sharing my screen right now to show you all what this looks like. Okay. There you go. So this is the workbook that you will all be able to find on the chat box. It will come to you on Slack as well. And here you will find, again, step-by-step instructions on how to build a custom GPT on Agentive Hub. Now, I'm also going to show this to you and do a quick demo so that you are able to follow along. But in case inside the breakout rooms or after this session, you're stuck somewhere, you will be able to find all of the prompts, etc., inside of this workbook itself. So go through the instructions very clearly. But what you need to do is, let me reshare my screen once so that I'm able to show you all Agentive Hub. Awesome. Okay. So when you go to this tool, right, all that you will have to type is agentivehub.com. Are you all able to see my screen? Folks on camera, if you can give me a quick thumbs up. Awesome. Thank you, Mahesh, and thank you, Asmita. So you need to go to Agentive Hub. And once you go here, what you will have to do is, now in case you are signing up, it will first ask you to sign up and all of that, and that is completely free. You should be able to do that yourself. You can sign up with your Gmail account or whatever it is, just like how all of you have been creating accounts on multiple tools since yesterday, right? Now, once you have signed up for this and you log in, you will find this particular screen and you will land on the home page. Now here you will find this section called My Agents, and right under that you will find this blue box called Create New Agent. Now you'll have to click on that, and that is when you will see this pop up. And this is how you build your agent on Agentive Hub, right? You can name it whatever. Let me say Funny's email writer, and you can give it a description. And this description is something that you are writing for yourself, so that later when you come back to this platform, you know what this particular agent does. So Funny's email writing bot, I'm just randomly putting this in. Now here is where you will have to input the OpenAI API key. Now what this does is, it uses the power of GPT-4o, as you can see here, and you can choose other models as well. But for that, you need a paid account of ChatGPT. Here, for the sake of this particular exercise, what we are doing is we are giving you our API key. So essentially what Agentive Hub is doing is, it is taking the power of GPT-4o using our, because we are giving you the API key and ours is a paid account, you're sourcing that power and you're able to utilize that power for the agent that you are essentially building. So this API key has been shared on Slack. It has also been shared in the Zoom chat. You will just have to copy it. Maybe in the Zoom chat, you will not be able to copy it. So highly recommend you to copy it from the Slack channel. And we will also share a Word document. Yeah, we have also sent out a Word document on the chat box so that you are able to copy the API key. If you take a look at the chat box right now, right? So you copy that and you put that in. Now, how do you put that in? It currently shows a Growth School API key for me, but it may not show that for you because you will be using a new account. So all that you will have to do is click on Add New Key, and that will essentially help you add a key. Just give me a second. Wait, it should not. Oh yeah. So here it will ask you for the key name, and that key name is mentioned in the Word document that has been shared. So you enter that key name here and you enter the whole key and you click on save. And that is how the API key that we have shared, you will be able to input it to your own agent.